ɛwɔ the Torchlight dwumadie so. Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN etnasi ewo the Torchlight dwumadi ewo NEAT 100.9 na wonim se ebuna den numre ya waden numre 7:30 biano radio so ayede political show adesua wom political show emudo Jerry any the Torchlight ayese epono ene mpontre
this statement before you and my colleagues. Mr. Speaker, as captured in the vote and proceedings of Friday the 31st of January, paragraph 5 and page 7, you had cause to deliver a formal communication. With communication, you outline your displeasure on matters at the appointment committee on the evening of Thursday, the 30th of January, and the morning of Friday, the 31st of January.
22-bet. NEAT FM Neo.
Of January. Mr. Speaker, indeed, your response to the event as a leader and the head of this assembly was indeed timely to assure the public that indeed this House is ready to uphold democracy and to do what is right in the eyes of the public. That notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, I had ferried to your office a memo dated the 3rd of February 2025 where I raised some procedural concerns regarding the outcome of your communication. Mr. Speaker, to couch the matters that arose in proper perspective, on the said day, the Thursday, the 30th of January, as per the practice, we had agreed
Jerry
to proceed to vet
the Torchlight
some 4 nominees. Originally, we were supposed to do 3. This 4 later changed to 5. Around about 10 p.m. of the evening, we had indications from our colleagues in the majority that they intend to continue the vetting for more nominees rather than agreed. Mr. Speaker, on the corridors of the vetting room were many people, including nominees. Our understanding was that they had all been invited. Mr. Speaker, there was no room for us to discuss the way forward, which resulted in our decision as the minority to protest. Our intention was to have a peaceful protest to express our displeasure at the excesses of our colleagues in the majority. We acknowledge that in the process, the situation got out of hand, resulting in the outcome you commented upon. We hereby assure you that we shall, as the minority, cooperate with you in upholding the integrity and the dignity of this House. Mr. Speaker, we also want to assure you that we will undertake a deeper, and emphasis mine, a deeper consultation and commit to this with our colleagues. Suffice to state that from day one that Mr. President started ferrying his nominees to this House, we have given this government our utmost cooperation. Mr. Speaker, records will have it that this is the first time in the history of our democracy that the minority has given the government such a cooperation to the extent that nominees are getting their confirmation in record time. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, I am on record to have made an application to this House under Order 3. This has never happened by any minority leader in the history of our democracy. We believe in constructive criticism. We are not in any way in to disrupt government business, frustrate them, or undermine them. Both parties have been in government before and have been in opposition before. We know that it is not through disruption that would win us power come 2028. It is through active, constructive politicking. Mr. Speaker, we have become aware of the consequences of orders you have issued as a result of the formal communication you have given. But this is what we have to say, and I quote from Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice. Mr. Speaker, you remember the story of Shylock when he demanded his pound of flesh. A plea came from Portia, who was the supposed counsel for the debtor. Mr. Speaker, this is what he had to say, and I rely on it to mount the next line of my submission. That the quality of mercy is not strained, it droppeth as a gentle rain from heaven upon the earth beneath. It is twice blessed. It blessed him that gives and him that takes. Mr. Speaker, we cannot take your power to discipline from you. But we believe that when this is tempered with assurance that the way forward will be better, you will be able to reinstate our colleagues who temporarily have been denied access to this chamber and the precincts of Parliament. Ours is not to undermine your authority. After all, it is the confidence we had in you that made us, by consensus, to vote you into office. And we accept your authority. Mr. Speaker, we do not think that we should litigate this matter, even on procedure. We are more interested in the outcome, which is not a desired outcome. Today, I, on behalf of my caucus, would want to assure the public that such an action will not be seen in the public space again. Mr. Speaker, I take full responsibility as a leader on my side on all actions that took place. I will therefore conclude by inviting you, Mr. Speaker, to, in the circumstance and with assurances given, to consider a rescission of the decision you communicated to the House, as well as all consequential matters thereto. Mr. Speaker, without more, I shall thank you for hearing me and resume my seat. Thank you very much.
Okunkunim kofa ejinane so akwara padi kokwe hu ededa mana echire no ye ne adeshiamra kromo dansi di fo behwe kasemu chira awade esu mo pai mo hire nya kwapie awon nie we die BC pen
What's yet the Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Neat 100.9
Neat FM, the best station in the capital. Neat FM.
Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Neat 100.9 The Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Neat 100.9 The Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Neat 100.9.
And na anwumre Yamagana phone nyina kwa be de bandit 100.9 Jumedi ye friend Torchlight. Na said you the Torchlight na ye benada na yawada bia amanyosem pefefe ko ye tena ze ni dia amanyosem ene ye ewufia ha sei ye hwe no ma ekoso ye hwe nsem akodo a ekoso na yawawa no ma ni na said you no mumu bia ma follow ye ache no ye na amanyosem na ye wan ye bomodin say ye be try na wo Ghana ni a wutie yen ye botae pa ne say wo a wutie yen wo a wo hwe yen wo a wa ma no ne a wutie yen no yan we betimi awawa no ma bi a ebia wadwima okesrene na amanyofo no eye twabutuo oza amanyofo de omunim sa de ne ye pa wansam ne ba wo betimi adane ya buto no wo a wutie ya betia asopam no ya wobi wo a sebe wa hye ntabo space nti bibia atwam kuro hu ye ndem kuro hu obi on so de no ma hye na sum enye de abeka no betie ono de na adwen ye ndo beka na mo abuti asopam ni de yebe wo de ana yamama hu sadia enoama ekofa na wahu oman na ye chekere na ye se chekere de keko adwuma ye na noa na ye ni de ne se da bia yebe wo de an wo ma ye de tumi a hye omonsa na wo monso a wo mo ti opposition wo opposition o wa ban mo ye pesa wo ye responsible so wo opposition o so wa ban mo because wo opposition ni no na ka wo mpa ban ma babie mu di anka ye ne uni problem na so wa wadwe so obesa babie mu di so we responsible so wa ban mo nso a wo ne ye de tumi na hye wo sa manifestos ni na to abawie ni atoto ni nyina mu ye de ahye loka bi mu manifesto ba ko pe na ye adwuma no ani NDC manifesto eno na ye biem a ye de be ye adwuma ye be track wo mo se nsam wo mo kan na no be ya na enti abane sana ye putu obia on his toes ye mo obia hu se wo ye responsible politician but then yes obia politician bia keka obia waju so oba bedi Ghana for obedi Ghana for adwen wudi adwen ho agro ente se wudi adwen ho agro but rather no say wo ye responsible politician say Ghana for nya mu gidie say Ghana for enya mu gidie se asama obeka no eno na say wo ye emfa ho say wo opposition and say emfa ho say o wa ba mu because some opposition edim say mamoka wo wa ba mu edim say mamoka quickly and then me wo interviews agodo one on one and then me ya menyon pa amafo frefrem bisa me no say na magje wa wadam for ne Razak na fa Razak em studio wadam for ne Razak na me say aden Razak PMC yedu o Madina say enipa miensa a wo mu din ko ye no me nkwakwa list ni ma Greater Accra Razak din de bumi am say Razak mi nu o PMC yedi no PMC yedi mo na mo na mechire na mo bo amane na me tete radio so ka no amu no wa frem abo amane ana ono wa frem abo amane ono nim se ni nu ani Razak wa frem abo amane o frem ete bi ono MC Grompedi enti ebi kwa na me kwaka kura me kura no me ho be ne si enti ana se odu Madina constituency a the constituency secretary of the NDC Abdul Razak Hussein and Razak Ofia yene ma bedin komo na ye wia adofo no sesa fam no kosoro ye ka se kopek for krase aban ntwa na obibi a wa ye de afa fam wo kosoro se bedi ka culture say fam wo na kosoro ne de me consistent o me kaya se fam wo a ye de amanyo sem no me yenyan because ye need controls control was on kakra bi control na ne say aban ne taxes bi obeyi afiri so anaasɛ deɛ ho hia paa sɛ aban ne bɛyɛ ɛne sɛ aban ne bɛma exchange rate aba fam sɛ exchange rate ɛba fam a fam wɔboɔ ɛbɛba fam sɛ exchange rate ɛba fam a fam wɔboɔ ɛbɛba fam ayɛ ahwɛadeɛ sɛ wokɔ ɛyɛ display wɔ mo board na mo display figures no wɔ so no sɛ wokɔ na sɛ wokɔ hwɛ board no so a usually no a tiny dollar rate yɛ pɛpaa em sɛ mo mama dwe ma so sɛ fango later no do 14 cedis abo dollar rate no then am 14 edu 15 a dollar rate e 15 edu 9 cedis dollar rate e 9 cedis eti fango bo ene eye per liter no ene $1 to 1 Ghana cedis no ekopa eti that is the controls. It is a name so be obi beka so na JDM ba 2BC ya watoto petrol mba to oboa central no me de go baller so ye mu bi say central no ye fan nam the program so because me maka tama na do teso no me kan na ndisi fo twa bo me enei ndisi fo ba ya my consistent no ndisi ni bi send message anopa no o say am Jerry afi na me nim say you bias ba me wo say you objective afi no say you objective say ye kasa na ye kan asem na mo mu nti asem na ye ka no President bi no obetena wa say me tutu fangu mo she de ya wa de friend automatic adjustment formula and that drive for no ha eti ne wo mani abre on person mo to asentu ade mu ye nya ne tie say G priority for kran so abem a wo mo so mo ntwentwen so kakra eti minim ene de o mo de be man wo mo ba betu ma na so ba be ne de yen o hwe fam wo bon ba bi a ene nam a se se ne ya na ekọ nanim ye be ne de yen afa ho eti ene drive for kabum ko ene wo mo ha wo mo so ye no mba be di nkomo na ya hwe fam wo no kwan ye be fa so a ebetima ba for me de yen no mbeka but ena maka no me eye no ma mienu pe either sa aban no taxes bi atuo bi ewo so no aban ne be yi bi afre so oyi fre so a ebeba fam kakra enu akire no so no eye exchange rate na hopa ne hia se dollar ne ba fam afam no so beba fam because the dollar ene de kra fam wo de ba ye memo eti ene so ebedi hu come extensively adwa afọ no ha a ye bedi hu come na mom eye the populism eye se beka so president beti akonya so eno toto fanwu mu rough me ba che nya no kre ente so obi obeka sa atro obi oboa take it from your boy ente sa ya hye mra dada a se mra ne fa automatic adjustment formula NDC abandada e ba etwem no eno mo hye se mra ne to eti eno na automatic adjustment eno no eye formula no me calculate eno mo de price deregulation ba ye no ene to be filling station be no the price eye 14 cedis 99 pesos obi so dey 15 cedis 10 pesos eno ne friend price deregulation eti amanyo sema de burewa fango no mu de mem se makan for years mo follow makanda dan ya afi kura mbesa atoatoa ba se bia wo afi na otemeka eye ade a member state be position clear say president bi no obeba obeka se ototo fango mu eti na nado teso no mu anamka na president ototo fango no rough from batch na oboa me catch plane the same thing JDM bae na JDM ototo fango mu na ototo mpatch oboa enye no kra fato baller so intro de and populism politics na ade fa no grade environment politics no na o man mu na ho na nipa ne ntiase mu ma eye central for yasade ye central for binum no so no ti bonkoso a na ebi no so ahyeda nti no na mo so tugum nsem anya no ko no mo tugum za no mo de central adwuma no mo require de na say ye ka no kre say de tie ena twede esi wo parliament anopen betia na meka so no aba fanyo market ni posture enya me fe ba kokra sometimes meka na manfo bi MPP fo na mototo bom so ze mani ewu ana ka sa mofo say yen yetu bonko so na etia ho mo abokaka sa no pa no say na wutie me awani ewu poto because nipa meka na asem na ne wada su be bi edu parliament a eso mani sa na me pese oye no ene wakopa chew ba na me wanwan time leadership no ne honorable Abambagben ehye dem a wo mo pa chew no na ABP mrajabejafo yi including Vincent me amenyoko Vincent na mo di koja obobo muti na mo ye den mentias you leadership ne hye dem a wo mo pa chew no na mrajabejafo na ba bonten LPP mrajabejafo no ahye tuntum te se do mo kwa yie wo mo di koja obobo muti ne o nsa Adaya, womu protest against Wamumra Shebedwafo na speaker a suspend you. Eh. Avia kwa say na ade no empemfo crash dem anything na bidi kan bo on rabo afeno market be born na ma hotie. Or see he has taken responsibility. Dear course ni nyina we take his responsibility no. Pachew. Sure speaker say no ma de bi CBM. Now no mo bi so amema the thumbs up. Your honorable Mama Yariga. In fact, honorable Mama Yariga one more than be majority leader no. Na montu a wedi kan tu e me fepa be bona baso bra MP so no ebubu nkonya wo mo say microphones no. Appointment committee conference room ho. Ebra no mo say no ama no honorable Mama Yariga. Kwanya honorable iba ho fa so kasa ye o kasa te se matured politician. Kasa ye papa. O za no mo nyina temdin. Honorable Fanyama ke no ne chigweb. Me amenyo kwa no dompre. Wo mu nyina temdin obia ye din no mutie no. Bia ye din na no mutie no. Ana kasa oka ye no wanka ma ono no majority ho. Ana wanka so ye ne majority ye the mighty majority anom from say the mighty majority yes ye the mighty minority. Sa kasa na mpiem. But Trom said the akoso na enim guase e de Ghana parliament e ya afanu mi enu nyina o kasa yie papa etu on be hwe so omde yie betu yie ene ono so sorry gina ho a o kasa ye o Ghana mrahye bedwa fie ho a o the speaker say o catch speaker say no amano mo be hwe say bi nsi biem no many so these are the kind of things say ye hwe say asemba enye microphones amobe say no enye tables ambobubu no. Na wo mrahye bedwa no akwabubu tables wakwa microphone ye ka wo se wo de ende ma yenka na kwada no ono so kwa say suku ka bi ano kwa say police ka ano wo mo kwahye bibi a ene de ane yenka eti ene de course of parliament ni mani aso mo MPP for your press conference which honorable Afanyo Markin the press conference kasa obeka ye any original plenary mrahye bedwa fie wo ne kasa oka ye no ensunsun ye dem. As a man yourself near Mubia Manu. And yes, I would ya man yourself now, dear Chilesa. Don't would dear Chilesa, so dear Sabi. Charlie Jane now, dear man yourself in the teacher. As a man yourself now, good in you. And you're moving on your car. We are too aggressive because we want to provoke you. The word be what Jim and I am man yourself. No, as a would dear Chileke. Would there be a free medium, a free medium, yet? And I said, there no Subaman, no. Honorable Afanyo Markins, Ninsama Okaye, a bro ye press conference. And you're different from in summer or the two jam boy and some Bishop Jumedia. Bisase, dear Bintre, DNS. It's an kasa yet, chira, baby, be a yet in the young, maybe a war from one. It's an kasa, as if it's an kasake. It's an over demonstrating leadership. Excellent. Excellent. Ne kasemu were demonstrating the posture or the kasaye. I really liked it. And yana the speaker. Say speaker autocratical. Say speaker edion. Omoka say we are speaker say suspension no. Machia sense. I won't say yeah. Speaker what your suspension na says. I just say what trying say we twem kra we ye free ko one left it. Sa de ante so kra. Oka 2 weeks. Enye na mpanyifo kosia ye omoka nsem a Sabia no babai kama course ya guta udie course wa ene yaba bedru say etu na microphones e be say tables e be say okwane da mo yanka amanyo sem na emu nkwa na mo ye nyina ye bi JDM ne kan na sem ne inaugural speech o se Ghana na eyewo eneme yes and that is correct that statement na accurate Ghana na emenu mi ya na echechere Ghana no as you say better now na say yebema amanyo sama blind ade no credit da okra ye nka na de wada enya fe right me the Magjerio OSEI AGYEMAN oko Facebook edem eye neat 100.9 FM neat 100.9 FM and your Facebook live oko YouTube channel na when you despite media and also them despite media dem ho and I will call other streaming platform TikTok you stream live ho eye neat 100.9 FM neat 100.9 FM and also edemo ho ti yebedi komo Abdul Razak Hussein secretary constituency secretary in the name of NDC Dema Madina constituency Razak Majuense
Jerry
na makoye
nyankupo na daro manya makoye
so nkache
show Jerry
Temusa
ya take akra
Temusa
before the election they say me call off be say 6 months
6 months
before the election
yeah
no cre say ya bo nti ya ba be do baby do dey na say groundworks was say kwa groundworks na koye juma ti na was say ja radio no edema positive change mu ni omo squad no mbo we juma
ale Madina to say
na go bona daru Madina edi
go pass na so far about on so call saying Madina constituency say strikes ni nyina na ebi so mo so ho hwe mu figures amu polo ye say Laura Francis Xavier so
absolutely
more MP or retaining the seat so far no ma call saying
Jerry na edi kam da se da kese be mo twe na apon say wetimi ani aba be hye mu ende studio kese mu na minchia Madina ohene Alhaji Baba Sarki minchia na yimfunya ni Imam Abdallah ni Sarki Zongo Sarki Dagadu na yimfuni Imam Sheikh Salman mpenfo mutie nya Madina na miankasa mi schoolboy MP honorable lawyer Francis Xavier Kojososu the dynamic international human rights lawyer Jerry be kaka Madina unsema na yedebedu bedu because the last interview kwa na senior Dakabre and a friend na offer na bon komo election dey ko with all the challenges now with the independent issue near that dealing we were able to manage the situation and then we all success came by say apply the constitution of the party that the disciplinary measures are the two akwemu and because nipa every endeavor say one ma discipline and but say studio say discipline ni anoma and can say mo cook mo didi one another but because you have discipline here so you can't do those things here so it's all about institution getting discipline where the disciplinary measures work within every institution so through that it means the disciplinary front a branch executive they were fantastic the party members themselves obia bonejuma at the end of the day unya strong and quality administrative it goes to, because every institution the center and the nerve of the institution is administration. It's based on the administration ama at the end of the day it's administration is solid then it means you get the needed results or the positive results here and that's exactly what we did. Obia on board almost branch level the recruitment of pooling agents, the campaign, how we have to even leave the MP to go on a free range on campaign because he has a competent and trustworthy administrator who supervises the recruitment of our pooling agents, training of our pooling agents, all those the ingredients are making out the final elections. The elections management chain. And everything was in order. So at the end of the day, it wasn't a surprise. We share 2020, we improved a little over what we did in 2020. And 2020 records now yet between difference between Yenny Boniface now almost around 16,000 votes. And this 2024 no share now initially in Crawford were doubting but we were invited at the national at the regional level and we assured them until based on percentage now at the moment Sankayenya total massive turnout across the country now we still have scored that 120,000 vote target at the Maya because your population vote population in the region of almost 160,000 plus. So at the end of the day sanyamo nyawukika bumwa boy emma right pooling agents training recruitment MP crowd no amfani wan jemubi. That is because our trust and that loyalty is there. And when you say the competent leaders in charge. So one Shadam Bemusa, it was a collection of the election directorates and the extended election directorates with a fantastic work collaborated done by the constituency organizer Honorable Anani Kobla Ajika, the constituency organizer on the minimum once the administrative work any organizational work sometimes a kaboom like you have some interrelation be. So sometimes because you're tier one some administrative work career on my behalf and it's normal. And at the end of the day, it's the results, the positive results that we want. So finally collation the internal collation. Before East no be an internal collation, now the end that. And we knew the results. Shingab from the 16,000 in 2020 to now to about 27,000 difference. Yes. Difference
is about 27,000.
Almost 27,000. It's around in the region of 26,000 plus there. So when you run it up, it will get point something. So maybe 27,000. And at JDM, it's Excellency John Dramani Mahama, also the same thing in the region of 27,000 vote different. And the whole Greater Accra, Medina and the second highest votes. The National Democratic Congress. Yes, the whole Greater Accra.
When you have votes saying,
the Duduano, I think we had in the region of. Before you be fair, I cross check my figures. So I want to give you the accurate figure. And I will share difference. Any MPP in Temnoa, it was in the region of 27,000 votes, both presidential and parliamentary. This one was a collective effort and a collective teamwork, hard work led by the constituency chairman, Honorable Alhaji Ibrahim Faila Fuseni, and the entire constituency executive. Not forgetting our indefatigable Honorable MP, Lawyer Francis Xavier Kojo Sosu, because with the kind of trust na there there was a free flow of the ejumana na yedino. At the end of the day, your meetings were on back. At the end, you no kasa phone. So then we do the necessary conference call. Okay, this is the blueprints. This is the direction we are going. Then we take charge. So basically, issues about the recruitment of pooling agent and other things was solely on my laps, and I did that in collaboration with the other team members. So election at the end of the day, and security issue, we didn't joke at all. And they right from the national level all the way to the regional level, to the constituency level, to the branch level. We had security chain across board. And we'll be also
internal security.
Excellent. Internal security, no. Yeah, fine because the election now in 2024, no, it was an election between Ghanaians and the MPP. It's no Ghanaians say type is and this year they better amona mo already some we born na. So eno kra no emma ehye anase kinyan say no, the Ghanaian people are determined and willing and they are craving for change, and not just any change, but a change with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the visionary leader, the Ayebida. And na just say also say to anyama yi. So finally the party members and Thai party members within Medina constituency, the branch executives, especially the branch executives, not forgetting the super class pooling agents and pooling agents also backups in the excess of, because now you say 642 agents for the 321 polling station. At the end of the year train you say almost 800 to 900 polling agents into your reserve there's almost 300 thereabouts and no more on standby for any eventuality we will do a substitution. The way and this way they achieve and we achieve it through the collaboration effort of the branch executives and the party members by extension. And it means a kind of collaboration, teamwork. So at the end of the day, it means results are here. And before we went into the election, now you say we are winning the election, and we knew we are going to win with that margin, because near a certain target, I say we are targeting out of the 157,000 plus voter population. We're targeting, I think, 120,000 votes for the NDC. If, like, say, a massive turnout. But unfortunately, the turnout cut across the whole country. Turnout was the whole country. It wasn't all that high. But if you do the percentage wise, based on what came out, now all strike it the balancing in terms of massive turnout, you could see the difference, because the 27,000 from 16,000 to 27,000 will give you the difference. Say, massive turnout, we would have still gotten in the region of 100,000 votes for the NDC. So it's all about, before the election, you must know, you must have your research, you must know your strength, you must know where your weaknesses are in other things. But we are facing a very tougher opposition. No, the Galamsey is Capana nearby. Until Nascano, they're not getting a war. Bibiano Cheska.
Robert Lamte.
Robert Lamte. It's the way I can
your mine and so you
galamsey in Samson. Your baby are mining something to ensure on water bodies near that. I'm a story in Crowd online into call online. You will get the story. Even election day no crano or the minimum buy share the way a normal dress on almost kita number but you see when the wind of change is blowing. And I mean, I will still do the car say because say the MPP will do everything, anything, but still they will lose their power and they will hand over power. Because Ghana is bigger than them, Ghana is bigger than NDC, Ghana is bigger than all of us. When the people say this is your time, I'm the out. So I'm going to say now time so from where you can't do anything. And the NDC party took lessons from what happened in 2020. And to share this time and you look at the gap, I admire it was untenable. It sent a clear car signal. Operation activate the body cams and the rest. Ninyane were in place. Hey, now baby, I will share bia. What you say obey at the bondi bina there. Nipa na omujina we nimu. Camera ebo bomb. A omo record. It no say obey din se hunu. Na camera no record wa. It will come to life. And the NDC didn't joke when it comes to security aspects. With the current election, Nancy election, so at the end of the day, from the beginning, young penny will be more fair. No more complaining. Say, why is the constituency secretary and the organizer so confident? And it's true, majority at a point we're so confident. We are here now because we are winning. The reason being that, and yes, armchair executive, so we go beyond that level. We say best 6 months to the election. Member studio, all radio station, TV station, I'm but producers don't want me. I'm afraid. But at the end of the day, so I'm off small. Now you may be na do a ground so. At the end of the day, no, any MP no, ekwa pro. You visit certain places, and you go out no. Any MP no could do on ma. The organizer, myself, the secretary. You tana that high table now offer no. Mostly the deputies no na mom call accompany no. We needed a certain resource. So the strategy was tana nipenum. That's microphone. And when you are seated in the midst of the congregation, you are able to pick the signal, whether it is positive or it's negative. Naturally, Ghanaians are that type of people. So my already some the expression. You can see it. Exactly, you can see it. Say genuine, you can see say genuine. Say fake, so you can detect it. So yet not yet DMP nature you call around a program drawn by the constituency organizer and the entire constituency executive, led by the constituency chairman Honorable Alhaji Ibrahim Faila Fuseni. It's in here DHI. Until at the end of the day, no. Me crano as administrator, and I was a meeting office on crano. Me jaya no to because I needed to get a first-hand resource and an impression. Now means me and making an informed decision. So based on that, your core grounds, you could do a MP no baka kotana high table. So only as a deputy, so no be ni and party members no ban. Now many organize and then akwa kotana team mufonum. There's the congregation or the crowd. No, so through the crowd, no timua we pick the comments that the voters, because the crowd are the voters and they are the voters living within, in and around Medina constituency. So you're picking in some more near that day. It was then that we came out with our confirmation way and you'll be the report to my Yankas and a report because sometimes we will be assignment to know report na no inaccurate is bebum. But now we needed to be sure of ourselves because especially the work falls between the administration trickle to the organizational department led by the constituency organizer with the support and the blessings of the constituency chairman. So at the end of the day, we didn't leave any stone unturned. You're picking some results from the Muslim aspects within the constituency, that's the northern sector. Now you start picking the Christian aspect where we go to the Christian faith with the churches and other things, and you could see the response was very, very positive. So based on that, at a point in time, me as administrator, I stopped following them. I need to complete the work in the office. So I went back, stationed myself in the office with a team of people that young men and women that I've set up. And because I mean to me, but omunyano enyimwe mefa akonya no so mu fide kese na makasa nyankopon enye omo kese no nhire omunya na sacrifices na omo ya omo de ma party no ayetimi nya the results within the Medina constituency no. The future is very bright. These are young men and women. I may put them together, me assemble them together. And I foresee, say, with the little support opportunities that the party will grant them, no, it will urge them to bring out the best in them. Now, Ochinebino, a ban say election issues, election management chain, no, these are individuals that can fit in and be able to carry out the party's work. And Results no there, it didn't come on silver platter. We worked for it. Juma.
And yet the usual change in there from any farm.
Quite apart from the normal inframa change, you know. If say Juma, you saw the turnout. The turnout could have turned otherwise. But because of we were on the ground and the Ghanaian were ready to vote. But if the Ghanaian voters are ready to vote, you as the beneficiary, immediate beneficiary, because if they vote, we know, and this is now we know. What are you also putting? What are the measures you are putting in place? So say vote no beko kurjini, beko transparency, kululu because even on the election day, Macjerry, your movement be a CC any other but it took the timely intervention of the security team. And a security team
no police phone.
Oh, police warning.
Again, election task force.
Let me use this opportunity.
Manage the affairs, every constituency.
Yes, but let me use this opportunity to commend the district commander, Medina. Your friend say, ASP Precious, and the divisional commander, Mr. Lamte, and then the crime, district crime, and all the other team, 2IC, Mr. Wilson, because we were working hand in hand closely with them. There was that teamwork, that collaboration. Because Medina and Prempino, each election be running the into violent zone and our red spots. Meanwhile, successive election, there's no any chaos in Medina. There's no any tension or confusion or commotion in Medina. It's we're working hand in hand with the security, but that notwithstanding, we didn't fully trust the police because of now a banner or in charge because Kakrano order from above. So the police, like their work is being interfered. We didn't have that fully trust with them. Even some of our DIPAC, the inter-party district municipal, those kind of
inter-party advisory committee.
Yes, exactly. At the district level. We normally, sometimes we do have misunderstanding. Because of the direction decision I taking that day. It was a collaborative thing, it was a teamwork. But at the end of the day, our party internal security was supreme when it comes to the party. And that is where we can believe, we can trust them. These are young men and women who have volunteered their lives. Say, bo abano bang, bo vote na Ghanaians ekwa kotono, bo bang. Say the true reflection of the voters. Or that the voting people it will reflect at the end of the day. It's all the clauses within the CI are governing the voting process. We make sure because our security team were led by the security a military officer and then deputized by another officer. At the end of the day, these are people who have the expertise, and then they were able to mobilize them on the ground. We do the mobilization, we give them because we know the people. And then once we give them, they do the training and other things and do the mapping, security-wise and other things. And at the end of the day, on the election day, because of how vigilant our security team, the constituency security team, led by W. Mimbo Nidinwan, at the end of the day, it played a role. And distress call, Bemwa, we are able, and we're working hand in hand with the police. We made them understand, say, we are not going to cause any violence, but we equally make sure nobody will cause the violence. Okay. And we are not going to rig the election. And we equally make sure say Obiansu no ebe penama so we are about to. So that was the whole plan. Until at the end of the day, activation of the body cams now in place. There are some of them they have the body camera. Yes. They were having the body camera, everything on them. But I expect no share, but a camera. Says na we lens here it was a camera. Until no share say na it was recording. Into Jimmy, it will record you and we'll have it live. And so we're fully prepared. That was it, we're fully prepared. But at the end of the day, it cut across. It cut across because say sir. Now dobi kwa benyo mwentimanya sir. Now we near dobi kwa benya Lucy sir. They won't complement our progress. So at the end of the day, it cut across. There was a proper coordination right from the national level all the way to the regional level, all the way to the constituency level, trickles down to the zonal level and the ward level and the zonal level and the branch level, which is the polling station. Urban NDCC, kind of branch. That's about MPP, ni electoral commission, because polling station executives, kind of branch executives. So now call ward level now, kind of ward as NDC. MPP, ni electoral commission, electoral area.
Okay,
yes, that's how they call it. And Ayanya was the zone, and zone was the MPP, someone used to the same zone. So it's that kind of system. So we make sure say decentralize your activities. The campaign, we made sure the branches owned their own campaign, the zones owned their own campaign, the ward owned their own campaign. They draw the program, they bring it, and we factor it into our main constituency stream program. So now your job with that. So it was a well calculated and effort put together pieces, and then that gave us the results. So on the election day, before we were before you see because on Ninsaka and the pink sheets in Yano, we already had results did that.
Okay.
And we knew it. And you saw what was happening at the national level, led by Dr. Omanibuama and then Dr. Tanko Rashid, then Mahdi Jibril. These were the team who were leading at the national level. And whatever they were doing, it equally trickles down to the regional level. Now back constituency level. No. Constituency level, no, so you man call all the way to the world level. So it was a well-planned something. There was a chain of command. You don't trespass. Where and now I assign say with Jumani, no about say one about pink sheets. Meanwhile, also you are credit to say pink sheets. So when you go to the polling agent, he won't even give you because in the first place, now I assign to that polling agent. So we well collaborated our activities and the ambassador. But election, we did all this with the mindset say it's not about the 2024 election. It wasn't about NDC MPP. Mark Jerry. You are a seasoned journalist, and I know it goes beyond NDC MPP politics. It was about Ghana. Ghana was as a crossroad. It was about the Ghanaian people are tired. The Ghanaian people no more bread.
Okay.
Or come chrome nyamabo kosoro. Ubaka kotom milk anopa obedu ewia no na ase ya tum. Lorry fare nsem ekoso. Fango ekoso ne adade. Okay, we the car say me issue our fan go say my fan policy. Yeah, it's true. E dey bia da me ba wo kasa asem no. E tell you I don't we die chinya. Now me catch hey, you see that's the game. But the issue is that now now the catcher said it's our pricing in terms of the crude the oil no. It depends largely on the foreign currency. Yeah. When you are able to manage the dollar, if you manage the dollar well and the cedi becomes stronger, you'll be able to get the control of the fuel. And Debiana Casa Semno. So Ocean and Salmon said the way a dollar no, the cedi is growing stronger gradually against the dollar, and we are praying that it will continue that direction. Because at the end of the day, the corner direction amount the prices of goods and commodities within the system drops, and I say it reduces above them. And when you talk of human security, first food. Until the more you get the dollar, the cedi to be stronger, the more you will be able to pump in with the agricultural sector and be able to get more food. When you have enough food in your system and you are able to even export some, that is where you are talking of, yes, your economy is strong. But that's food security. And a bit more affect you at any point in time. So you look at all these things near that, see the kind of ejuma, yet me do some persona, you winning both presidential and parliamentary, and the highest in Greater Accra. And lawyers also. Yeah, because me check here, money about 56,000. Yes. Yes. And Ukraine turnout very low. And the low turnout was cut across.
The 2020 when I was saying, but me and about 62,000.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. And also 62,000 that 2020 in Ukraine, there was an additional 40,000 people.
Okay.
So those were the 40,000 were targeting. And we gave the projection of 120,000 votes by the end of the vote. But at the end of the day, because of the low turnout, it affected. It was cut across the entire country. But that will notwithstanding, we strike the balancing of the 120,000 demand. If you were to have that massive turnout, would have still say I can best score that particular target in the mind. So election, dear McJerry, Juma, and let me use this opportunity to appreciate the regional executives led by the regional chairman, especially the regional affairs and secretary, the administrator of the region, Honorable Theophilus Tetechai, and the commander, the field commander, Honorable Anthony Nikwenu, because you see these two blocks, they are the engine of the party. That's the secretary, which is the administration, and then the organizer, which is the field. And they will need the support and the blessings of the chairman so that they can trick. Because I remember there are several instances the field commander no on one to no oba auto the various constituencies na only go through some programs.
And no so there be an meeting in
yes because we're a very strong guy and the guy knows the job. He's experienced on the job.
No,
he has been there.
Manenka.
Yeah, but you see that was the issue. But you see,
and now wo cram me by nyabot. Wo na say wo suspending Crawford. Cultural letters. Na ye frame wo ma nim say wo madam for pa no no. No more frame. Mark Jerry adam for kwacho do Madina. And a small boy cultural letters suspending Crawford. That's a marriage of where we. But yes, we need your more we need but still, in some why as a motimeka. I don't know. So suspending Crawford Ruffro.
Bagjari, Nukranya means Sembia ni Madina. I'm telling you. Well, sometimes, omo top no. Omo Madina no. Obiti me the wrong if you do wrong information. But until say in Pinfono omo top no, omo de omo asun etu Madina mo, omo de omo di tu mo no, eno mo the kind of thing that is happening within Madina. Medical can say an institution without discipline. The institution is likely to break down. You see, a bedroom subia na minimum fee say almost seen the NDC party. Yes, I always say you are not bigger than the party. Me and Memeti and my no Kasa as a secretary no. Mark Jerry, I'm not bigger than the NDC party, and I can't be bigger than the NDC party. A privilege and a party for no. They are shaming say because they've seen some experience, competence, and maybe a hard work in me. And don't believe in my leadership quality. Say, I meet my dear Jumano. It's a privilege. That doesn't mean that they are not equally good people, men and women, who can also man the position that I man at the moment. What am I saying? So a privilege. So don't see yourself say, no, also same party. It is a party no can say, young concorda 6 o'clock. Now we be one can say they be also same party into the over 10 p.m. Hey, sir. Mark Jerry, suspension ni tie wa ni tie ni say. One man moji suspension. Ya fear see ans shut down mom suspension sir. Okay. We engage most of them. Me in particular, there are several of them. I call them behind the scene. Sometimes I see some of their comments, some their posts. Na ma bani panu DM. Obi o am friend. Na me naka masa. Na watch we and the direction na okono entwe because oba no mra kwan mu e wo party no mra nhihye no a way is wrong. And you are liable and as I likely say you be punish you. So please desist. Well, you give the first advice, you now give the first warning, you give the third warning, the second warning. The third one, it should be enough warning. Engagement. Exactly. From behind the scenes, there were even people that we contracted, they were engaging them behind the scenes just to talk to them and let them understand, Master, it is not about you, it is not about the people there, it is about the party. And so say, we are when now the panel said they be ampucheche on the one here. What do you do? The constitution of the party. See, Mark Jerry. Yeah. And Crawford Baby me say, oh, I'm one of the good secretaries. Yes, it's true. Why am I good? I'm good because I use the constitution of the party as a guide. That is what is guiding me. And when you are able to let the constitution of the National Democratic Congress, the party, guides you, because your office as secretary, everything has been captured in the constitution. And the clauses, the articles, they are there clear. Yeah, like some of them, now be said, then a problem. Nipano ontimi man we reason. Meanwhile, Nipano feel said no, he can without him the party cannot survive. No, we have gone past that level. Party when you see a privilege, and there you have to move. It's a train. Yeah, a bed baby no so be call retirement, and that's what be call off. There are new crop of people. I also may take you over. So say do so now you are there. You need to be disciplined. And Mark Jerry, Madina win, you know, it was discipline. That's it. The teacher, discipline in my win here. Because at a point in time now, hopefully say you are bigger than the party.
You would take it, sir, move, no? Now, executive sitting na it was here.
Oh, Mark Jerry, when you talk of the leadership, we all know the leadership of the party. And basically, the leadership were in favor of that. And just say, yeah, me 50 years, I me confirm constitution, I me cultural suspension. They be a collective decision from the bar as a collect as constituency near discussing. Yeah, first day I be suspension, you have constituency, and they discuss here. And they two just say based on ABCD in Kofubi or one, the BIA do there. The best we can do is just to suspend them. Major Baminka same way in it will be far better to manage the few loyal army that you have to take it to send them to the war at the battlefield. That you'll be sure say these are loyal few army war and they'll be disciplined and they can work and then you get the results. Than say you have a larger number of army. Udombeko na duduanwa bibrinwa disloyal people and are dishonest people. Omudu battlefield no more leak you information at the your opponents. So at the end of the day, no, yeah, these are disciplinary measures at the two piano. At the end of the day, you won't call they pulled back. They realize that master, not knowing said a party no crano, a soon senior, and yes, a be a young sources party no. They say asimesi ana obentin aye na entwe ana enfamra kwan mu a party no hihye ya. Na ya man suspension na just say me so akoko esa mistake no me say be suspension. So at the end of the day dudu ono a obi atwe ne ho e dudu ono a atwe nsan, and then we saw people coming on board to work. E magari na ni kan kwan say Madina abakwa asem no say over 2004 emra ono abo alaja amadu sorogo beba no on say emprepin emre bia no ye di kan ye district assembly and unit committee elections no. And in 2003 district assembly elections na omo ye no, out of the 9 electoral areas and 9 wards now Madina constituencies, NDC etimi winning 6 assembly seats out of the 9, and NPP winning 3. It was our 9 one properly Honorable Elijah Modu Sorgo in the following year general election, which is 2004, and Honorable Sorgo timi winning here. And over 2007 district assembly election, 9 electoral areas and 9 wards, NDC has retaining the 6 and MPP win 3. So 6 no pushy after 2007 district assembly election. 2008 sa pushy Honorable Sorgo it me win the friends say the seats retaining seats no. And then in 2012 9 electoral areas NDC sa retaining 6 and MPP win 3. That's 2011 district assembly election. And at 2012 the following year general election Honorable Sorgo is a retaining year. In 2015 out of the 9 electoral areas, MPP winning 5, and the NDC winning 4. Bako na yes, it was 9. MPP winning 5, and NDC winning 4. So 2015 assembly election, the following year 2016 general election, I was the then secretary, and no they properly Honorable Boniface, and Boniface be winning seat from the NDC. So wow, Madina,
that's a trend.
Yeah, there's a trend. So if you are administrator of a party in a constituency like a cosmopolitan constituency like a Madina, no, you need to be a very smart administrator. You need to make sure you are always focused. You anticipate, you think ahead, you do a lot of research ahead and know the dynamics. So at the end of the day, 2016, 2018, 2019 district assembly election, and electoral areas baby more esosun. And I see esa echichemu at the DIPAC meeting na yakoya no. And na one kura say Okataba na from Okataba no. Me na me to say no. It was at the district level DIPAC meeting. And electoral commission then Mr. Usu and say later come transfer no call do me kwabenya also. And obi say edimbe na yemfa mo na ya use ye fresh area no Adenta West. It na ya chemu na maka so no ya chemu see ya channel between the and that road. And you can say this side should be Adenta West. The right hand side no. Ohini na ho no your friend new Okataba nti yemfa ni din to so.
Okay.
Because the MPP secretary Mr. Dan or that's what say and no supporters no near Razak Okai and the no kwanso no yemfa no na din and Mr. Usu electoral commissioner no ono so G2 say yemfa ni and CPP secretary so no no so and also G2 and mo Okataba and oba Nkwantana East Nkwantana West at the district assembly DIPAC at the DIPAC meeting no sa meeting no ma and I'm saying no say and I'm just okay yemfa post office and chemu na enko all the way to Zongo Junction all the way to Reach Junction and bra back na other one enko to Ted but me ma side mechanical sense so in that case no ebe East and West and in that order do one I did me na me propose to them then the MPP secretary Mr. Dan on so support na electoral commission agiatum and then we went that direction so the 15 wards you do one me na me more mudin and it's like me propose here and on G2 so at the end of the day no there's a trend 2015 2019 assembly election no yetichemu district no instead of the electoral area 9 no omo the best 6 account into be 15 no that time you lose because 2015 assembly election 9 no you lose 3 you lose 4 you lose 5 and MPP 5 so 2019 assembly election 15 electoral areas your boy and ekonya 10 your friends and assembly seats out of the 15 and MPP winning 4 so that 10 no a catcher me say no we are going to win the 2020 election. And past 2020 we near even though you lose general the whole country, but NDC won both presidential and parliamentary. No, that difference. Yes, the difference was in the region of 16,000 votes between JM and then Nanado and then your friend saying Lawyer Susu and then Boniface. And to this year, so no, 2023 general assembly election, district assembly election, no, out of the 15 electoral areas and out of the 15 ward, no, but Jerry, we need 15 no, yes, the NDC won. The candidate that we filed to contest, they won. They winning all the 15. And out of the 75 unit committee, because 15 times 5, because every ward they are a 5 unit committee. Out of the 75, no, we need 72. NDC for candidates 72. So automatically, no.
Now I just say no. Don't tell them the district level elections in measure.
Exactly. But say unye deep politician, now unye smart politician, you wouldn't know.
Because see, him say they move fine, but
so at the end of the day, no, we need that 2023 assembly election, no. And I catch up so afa. And you know, me other colleagues are not my MPP for. Know their experience. Almost see no, they are not constituency executives. THE. Me no share your bonk. Almost say Allah buy there lose. But now the current crop of leadership now no more kitano. Almost say I'm put cheche debi. Abai don't because of more abai at 12 years. Because mungo for the sister assembly results no. And your comparison be ampanso. That was what translated into the general election. So the trend is there in Medina, and there's a conscious effort. NDC, behind the scene, we are still working out something. And today, maybe you do know the meet makers. Alhamdulillah, Medina NDC is safe, but then it's not all that safe still. We need to push hard. We need to work hard.
But the say city because say safe now. So looking at the dynamics, see
election. Yes,
because the CA, even 2020, yet to a Benubian say, hey, dynamics be play with Ghana politics more. It's the year, and at 2024, so the CA.
It's true.
It's a seat where they are safe.
It's true, because if you share the voting party now, this 2024 election, it's a clear warning to we the NDC party, and it's a direct warning to government appointees. We are government appointees. You are not bigger than Ghanaians. Just be humble. These are the very people who put you there, and they are the same people who will take you off. But a year less in mind as a political party. Say, one say it will be or see. Ya to abana man. It's a selfie John Dramani mama. Until say John mama and manu juma. And then John mama never more juma. John mama juma no be mano. And only appointees now. Wa appointee omono. What we appointing no is left up to you to think outside the box. You need to have that foresight. You need to have that vision to be able to create opportunities for the party members, especially the branch executives and the pooling agents. Because if you are able to do this, at the end of the day, the noise level will be minimized because you can't cover all. But you can do majority. And obi the beba no pa, obi the beba wia. Magje obi the kura beba emra mi no wia kwakwada no. Samre no obi so obeje ne de. So it's a process. And abotwe. So government appointee needs to up their game. They need to know that President Mama appointed them specifically to carry out certain duties, certain functions. And the duty and function that he is putting them there is to 1, respect Ghanaians, 2, to run away from corruption, 3, to make sure that there are opportunities for Ghanaians. That is the main reason why President Mama puts them there. So I will urge our party members, our party base, yes, I know, people are agitating their name, but I'm to Agrono government on form on the official cabinet MBA. I feel that ministers have very been my fear. I feel like I can't just feel deputy minister appointment. Egu ya papa aponswa obeye, and we pray and we hope by the will of Almighty Allah God. Say yeah, Anka say MP, Honorable Lawyer Francis Ovia Susu. I will not be surprised. Say you better sorry because it's a John Dramani Mama. Onaka so Medina boy. Yes, President Mama Medina boy. That's where he started. He started his life as a young man. He's a Medina boy. And sometimes I keep on telling people say President Mama his ears nasun ewo Medina mu. Whatever is happening in Medina, the leadership of the party, right from the presidency to the national level to the region of they know. Because these are individual officers of the party. They work directly hand in hand with officers within the constituency. So they have every single information. So at the end of the day, abutre na ebe mo obia nka na komanto ne yem na appointing so more no so no omunjo mujuma no make sure say their doors will be open to Ghanaians. They should listen. They should do their listening and do the needful, do the right thing. Nyama your opposition ya condemn you know. We shouldn't come and do those things. Yeah. Because I know na affect MPP for no. And yet me edi uni na yet me di sesana because we are humans, we are fallible. We will not be 100% perfect, but at least we can perfect ourselves to about 85-87%. And when we are able to score about 87%, Ghanaians will still have that trust and believe in us. And if you look at the caliber and the standard of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, appointees should emulate him and follow in his footsteps. President Mahama, all that President Mahama needs for Ghanaian is development. And when we talk of development, I say President Mahama the foresight and a vision for development. And he say Ghanaians will see fiscal development. That's one. Ghanaians will be given the opportunities to work and to operate. Platforms will be created by government. Enabling environment will be created by government for businesses to strive, for individual indigenous Ghanaians to continue to do their business and make money. Because when you empower the Ghanaian or you create a platform for them, what you have done in effect is that all the monies that they will make will continue to remain in this country. It will not be repatriated. Because we share experts now more country more operating there at the end of the day, almost declare almost profit in that they send it back to their hometowns or their countries. The money doesn't stay here in the country. And also your dollar, sometimes your dollar no, and the CD becomes weaker. So at the end of the day, and I know and I have belief and confidence in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say he will help and boost indigenous Ghanaians to establish and then maybe improve or maybe expand within their industrial defense and production. No? At the end of the day, the economy will bounce back, the economy will be stronger and stand on its feet. So we are sure, say, going forward, no, a lot of positives will happen. And I will share and say, Ghana, there's some level of discipline coming back within the system. And there's level of, and I say, this opportunity, so, announcement say, Uza unim any officer be and now appointee be or also occupy any office biano. Bombardier never need him better. At the end of the need him better. Now your shame will never be an apparently competent. Fair enough. Your shame say be a one or channel is not going to help the government. It's not going to help government business or it's not going to.
So you mean old appointees?
Exactly. And now, my Jerry, who your old appointee? Why are you still in that office? What are you waiting for? You want to be sacked before you go away or what? Master, pack yourself and go. Oh, pack yourself. Because all time I spy into quarter baby. Never fresh bloods. Because the NDC has the men. Until there is the men that did the work and the work that brought the results. So at the end of the day, we have a lot of people who can man those offices and we need to call because formula na we use no and one them MPP na do dey ori abamia omobo ofem no. So your continuous stay in that office means you are going to continue in that same old formula. And that same old formula will not augur well or who doesn't share in the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government. So at the end of the day, I will say, so that we have people who share in the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government to take charge and be able to support and help this country to come back on its feet or on its track when you talk of the economy. So at the end of the day, you know, Mesa, I use this opportunity. Now, may the Pili a member say, Madina for me say, Obia Rutu say MP, at least or Menusubenya MP, or Benya your friends on ministerial appointment. And I have no doubt because his competence, his qualification level, we share the Juma with over the years, and we share his performance even in opposition from 2020 all the way to 2024. He's one of the young first-time MPs or call the House bills do with me. Apart from that, or your MP the U.S. Presidential Award recently or no Okoye only Speaker Bagbin, Honorable Bagbin, Omokoye ama U.S. Presidential Award yeah the Omujebi yeah the Bomo Abaso. Apart from that, we share Numa Bibria lawyers who behind the scenes on the ground. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. Say President Mama being a Medina boy, Onakasa Kroba Medina no Queen of Peace or confirm here. Or yes, Medina is his home, and Medina is his first home. And just say be a second home, first home, Medina. and being Medina boy, he knows inside out of Medina. And I know His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the vision for Medina is to see Medina develop. All drainage systems, inner roads being constructed, giving opportunity to Medina people, and not just Medina people alone, the entire country, because the entire country voted for him. He's going to do a lot of work to make sure that Obeboa Timemufo Air Ghanaians no menya. So I'll not be surprised that the rest of the appointments now can you better you sorry no Nyankopon Ebema Honorable MP Lawyer Francis Xavier Kojo Soso and also Nidin Beba in the ministerial appointment and be appreciative.
All right.
Your party members, branch executives, party members, your supporters, your financial supporters, your donors, because it was a teamwork. We explain things to them, we explain our programs to them, and they are able to come to our aid, and they assist us and they support us. And all this, Yabano and Yade before we'll continue to be with them hand in hand, we'll work together as we have been working together. Senabeya, and maybe I was say Abansu, it's me a support or Mujimo Mudino. Now by it's my support or me a Ghanaian, or me indigenous Ghanaians. Our more running more private businesses within the country.
Okay. Medas Yane Aya Razak Abdul Razak Hussein or yes secretary, constituency secretary the ma NDC our Medina constituency. Say would you cut first 3 names, sir? And president and what power by your coup headed by your chairman, the national chairman. Omobabe vetemo na aveyache the obabe DMC udin ya kan ho bi so far the na maunya that confidence Abdul Razak Hussein obabe municipal chief executive of Medina.
My Jerry,
yes
me da CP say with me bisa say we me say we share the current appointment His Excellency John Dramani and the NDC party. I'm seeing some trend. His Excellency John Dramani Mama is rewarding party executives. Because we share regional ministers level, no. We share on my other matter. We share certain boards, certain agency chief executive officers near that, no. Or you can see that he's looking at certain breed of officers, young men and women, to be able to groom them to get to that level, and when they are there, they can still continue to push. Jerry, my constituency secretary for the NDC constituency, 2014 up to date.
Hey, 2014, that's just 10 years old.
I'm going 12 years near.
12 years.
Yes. And before that,
obey your constituency secretary now,
at the age of 20, I think 26 years, 27.
26, yeah,
26, and then more 41 years, and then 26, 27 years, and I'm a constituency secretary. Now me Juma Vanguard Assurance Company, and me Jao, and I'm a Juma private company, so. But me not like me not done constituency secretary at private company, master. Tell me I could do office on a par. Course I ever. The name boss Kwame Dakwa was here, master. Police Medina for the private from 2001 to 2018. Some from 2001 to 2018. Now NDC your constitution it may allow it me maonya o take 2 positions, now serve 2 positions at the same time. And you know me a branch secretary from 2001 to 2018, and I'm done a constituency secretary from 2014 to 20 to date. Make one scenario be 2016 now party the Skabia Brian must step down. Major branch secretary now continues with him as MC and the constituency secretary. And I'm going to know already on the election director. And I'm going to know he should continue. But me, I don't have any problem, so he should continue. And I know I'm a deputy. So me a deputy all the way to somewhere 20 within the party. And in 2018, me step down as branch secretary, and I'm continue as constituency secretary. And apart from that, I've served in the different portfolios and here and there. So about the issue about MC, it was the party people, most of them, who started the issue. Say no.
Yes,
yes, it was they want me to serve as MC. they see me as a nerve and the center and the bridge between the party and governors when they talk of the municipal chief executive officer of the municipal assembly. And this sometimes I don't even want to say this. The testimonies are clear. They are on the walls. When you go to the grounds, wherever you find yourself, it's like the testimonies are there. But at the end of the day, and you will see and I mean the appointing authority. In the wisdom of the party, there's a structure, there's a process that has been designed and put in place. The appointing authority is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, but it must go through a certain process. Say, baby, I want na nipa say, vetina 22 we are about 25.
Madina.
And I'm shortlist here. Nyankopon chade.
Nipa first rate.
Yeah, Miss Dimbe Pie woman. And baby, I do know. Jerry, my ejuma party work, and now always when I'm speaking, I'm happy because me training young men and women. And if I'm not there, they can step in my shoes as secretary. And apart from that, even more as secretary, wherever I find myself, I'll still behind the scene, be assisting them, be supporting them, and make sure that we build the party. Let's build the party as an institution. The level the party has gotten to. And I'm happy with the party school, and I will urge most of our party members, especially the party, and taking and putting some measures there. They will continue to recruit the branch executive and I say on workshops and I say on pushy most of the branch executive to attend the party school. It will help them. It will help. And my tenure as a secretary, made me a lot more intellectuals about on board, because before I made a secretary, there are several of my colleagues that are minimum. They are intellectuals. Only we university now, but they are not interested in this kind of politics and and they are youth. Only a youth. So at the end of the day, by virtue of me being a youth and being there, they get closer to me. We chat through our conversation. I try to urge them. It's good when they come on board. You take up a branch position and things. And most of the current, even friends, assembly members, now you're 115. I'm the one who pulled them, who brought them on board to serve as branch executives. I'm that type. I give opportunities. When I see that good in you, now Michelle say you are good, McJerry. I would want to give you that opportunity so that you exhibit your talents. Where I have to just shape you or maybe kind of correct you, I'll just do that little. There are several other party members today within Madina constituency. I gave them the opportunity to serve as, because hitherto they don't know what is called branch executive position. They don't know our party structure, say what it is and now what is in. Say we are branch executive now that they know. And with the opportunity, they were able to also bring others on board. And that has made the party in Madina very attractive. And I can assure you, the next branch election in Madina, it will be very, very keenly contested. It will be very tough, because there are a lot more intellectuals who have come on board. And the same way, there are some branches, some few branches, we need to scrap them. We'll collapse them. Or in other words, we will restructure them. Because if you are a branch, not party no say ohia bibia, not party man directive, you should be able to act and be able to give us the results. So at the end of the day, the issue about this MCET, McJerry, I'm not so desperate. Say your mommy MCE. I'm not so desperate. I'll continue to serve the party.
Okay.
I'll continue to serve the party just as I've been serving the party all these decades. And I've worked with several other leadership at the top there, and the work I've done in Madina, I cut across. When it comes to the police department, I flow a lot with the divisional, the district commander, the 2IC, the crime, Ebano, Ayinfono, Nime, Name, Nananum, Sarki, and the imams, the sheikhs, the pastors. My dear, one funny thing is that Minyan had more staff, but say a storm, Madina. Metimina info, I want to be from second secretary. If you be at if you anymore, and as I talk anymore. Sometimes when we beat me from an meeting beside that corner by me, and maybe some say, my me on admu.
Minister, you are all over the place.
Exactly. It means that the people can easily connect with you. They can easily, you understand. So at the end of the day, they believe they can get results from you. And I'm current to about 99%, almost free. Whatever it is, I'm able to connect with the NADMO and get them in. If it is police issue, I'm able to connect with the police and get them in to come and do their work. There are instances where a dead body cried out, I'm not assemblyman, almost friend. So quickly, I in this assemblyman, I'm a friend panel. Even there were time a MPP assemblyman, I called the person because I flow with even the other political divide. So I just connect with the people. And so basically, more or less, it's just the people who are pushed me to that level. Say they see something in me that as an MC for Medina and Kwantanai, it will help the party, not just the party, it will help the party in a lot of ways. And the party will continue to be attractive within the constituency. But me as individual, my vision as MC for Medina is to make sure that the 15 wards or 15 electoral areas and as a Medina constituency or Medina communities will see fiscal development. Medina constituency will see fiscal development. And opportunities will be given to the constituents of Medina, our party members, especially our branch executives. They've worked. We can't shine away from that. Say because yes, you are MC, you are there for everybody, including MPP, including CPP, including yes. But before you became the MPP, the MC, it is the party that gave birth to you. You should get to understand.
And in fact, it is not the MC or your party, exactly.
So you can't shine away from the party. You must continue to be with the party and continue to serve them just as you've been serving them. But my vision and mission is to make sure say development Beba Medina. And Medina development, I'm talking of the construction of the drainage system within the inner roads, the tiling of the inner roads. You can't give Medina people money. No government can come and give anybody money. President can't give everybody money. But at the end of the day, what Ghanaians want and what Medina people want is development within their communities. Opportunities are made available to the constituents of Medina. Opportunities are made available to the party members, especially the branch executives, especially the polling agents. The party needs to grow the polling agents. We need to keep them, their database, as we speak, the database of the polling agents who worked 2020 and 2024. We have it in Medina constituency, and I know the region have a copy, and I know the national also have a copy. And the current one that we had just after the election, I was a party taking effort. Now you keep us our database. These are individuals. Most of them are intellectuals because we started with the cut off, say a degree, and a bar down, HND, you bar down to diploma, you bar down to SS. We need to put this is a data. I was say party make keep consistent. The friends say interaction with these people, say a quarterly basis or say half a year basis. We should get in touch with them. Opportunities are made available to individuals because they qualify. They have the qualification and they can serve in all other places. When the party is able to do this, I can assure you, Magjari, 2028, it will be a done deal for us. It will be so easy.
Okay.
We wouldn't suffer. Because the party members are equally Ghanaian. They are equally Ghanaian and they equally qualify. And they equally qualify, they equally have the qualification of the requisite requirement that it is demanded before they are employed. And they are Ghanaians. When you employ them, Sky Ombenyano, at the end of the day, no, omo community na almost 7 a one on best penny scan. Because you will be a woman employment. Na ketu na obejeno. Be you be me, and you no best penny. Or yere, or nkwala, or ebusuafo, or party members, or omo beno. And these are the people that we look at them and then we support them. It will be a disaster on the part of the party. Say we will not take care of the branch executives, especially the polling agents. Well, most of the polling agents, we got them from the branch executives. It was only those weak branches that we couldn't get polling agents. We have to get the polling agents outside the branch executive of that particular branch. And those are some of the branches that make us say it needs a kind of conscious restructuring to be able to blend it with some intellectuals so that at the end of the day, because the branch executives, the party can say a polling agent and there, the 9 branch executives, at least 4 of them should be able to volunteer. And yeah, I feel outside the 9 executives say polling agent. But this thing happened prior to the election. And all these things are lessons that has been documented that the party needs to take step and work on it and build on it.
All right.
So at the end of the day, no, dear, as MC, and that's my mission, that's my vision. But
you are in touch with the people.
Wherever the party places me, I'll continue to serve the party.
All right. But I wish you well because a bear man who was said, well, yeah, MC or Medina. As young as you are, now, most of me, a boy, a bear man, wapa. So then I'll catch your man for 80 when then you may.
Oh, my Jerry. And then you may mess up when you're away. Eddie, say, my cousin, as I'm the medical can say, one was say, any tetrama, die, no, a young moko. Want me now, we say, Senate aka techama. So na show udi adwane de she meko kakra udi kakra no be say 1-2 days bi na say no masa tena adwebra. Elections are over. What we have to do, we have done it. At the end of the day, obi a hwe nim say obenya opportunity no so ayede aserve. And me first our platform we so e dey ada the entire leadership of the party from the presidency because me kai there are several financial support scheme is SLC John Dramani Mahama or the constituencies so that he was cushioning us. That also helped us a lot. I will say a very big thank you to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opokwajima, the Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debra, and the leadership of the party, the General Chairman Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the General Secretary Honorable Fifi Kwete, the national organizer Joseph Yami, not forgetting the 2 deputy operations and administration deputy secretary lawyer Barbara Sewa Samuel and your friend is saying Mustafa Gbandi operations, one of the fantastic guy when it comes to grounds mobilization. And then you come to the regional level led by the regional chairman Honorable Emmanuel Nirashimo, and then the regional secretary, one of the best administrators I've ever come across in the history of this party, Honorable Theophilus Tetechai. Wherever you are, I salute you, senior. And then Ofa Anthony Nikbenu, the strong field marshal. He was basically all over the 34 constituencies. And his work was with facts and figures. Or the facts and figures. Look, when now on board the total voter population more, on board the total voter 2020. Now the projection estimated he was superb when it comes to that thing. But all this thing, it wasn't done by only the people that I mentioned. It was done by a collaborative effort, a teamwork comprising the presidency. Excellency John Dramani was having people around him. Professor Joshua Labi, your friend saying Dr. Callistos, Chief of Staff Julius Debra, and then Dr. Wisdom. Be brave. And then the Professor Jenana Ajman Kasa in the office. James Ejenim Boatin. Now for the regional level, all the entire regional executives, all the your friends say Gambo, your friends say the Vice President Honorable Jaja, Honorable Vigno, Omudos meeting the youth organizers. Then you come to the national level, the teamwork, a trickle down. You come to the constituency level, led by the constituency chairman Honorable Alhaji Ibrahim Faila Fuseni, the stronger, one of the best organizers I've ever come across in my life in terms of working as a secretary. And Honorable Kobla Ajiga Anani, the constituency organizer. He was superb. He was an organizer. Before Beka Jack, we do ground so. And our organizer on town who on air is always on the ground. So at least not him alone, the entire constituency executives. Above all, your honorable MP, lawyer Francis Xavier Susu. Okay. They were like the free and flow of communication at all time. He tries to make sure that he carries everybody along. He carries everybody on board. Sometimes in the heat of debate, the tension is calm. We say, and some air tension or no bekasa MP Susu when not like osre. And the because now they now they osre. So I like his style because we're a leader. We're professor and power a leader. It wasn't easy. The road wasn't easy. Not forgetting the super branch executives. Say no more, McJerry, and this young winning election. The branch executives. That's a fact. Oh my idea. Yes. Because the president Mama Bamadina no qua. Second yes, we are word near qua. And for the age more branch. Omana Kaho. Almost on a 247 net 24-hour corner policies. So I salute the branch executives, the party members, not forgetting the chiefs of Medina, especially Baba Sarki, and then the chiefs, the Imam, Sheikh Shaib Abdullah, the deputies, Mala Ahmed, Mala Mumin, Mala Weiss, Mala Yusuf, Omudosun, and Sana Oba Zongwa, Sarki Dagadu, Onun the Zongo chiefs, Nunya, and Sana Sheikh Salman, Zongo, and chief Imam Sana Mozongo Nunya, Oba Nim Quantana, Ni Jonas, and Sana Wako, Ni Utinibi Nukulu, Utinibi. No waba ni kwema yimensa kwema ni kwema ansa na waba oyarifa hene no wakotema hene no wakopanta hene. These were people that party, we were working with them hand in hand because they are the custodians of the community. And they do bro any India can see at the mom. And almost so much because almost info. But almost both MPP and this almost but yeah, this is for no, you say na call more omakachia the way I see for any one there. It's the way I approach them other day. So we say a very big thank you to all of them, and we say may Almighty Allah God continue to bless them, continue to grow Medina, continue to grow DC, continue to grow and protect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and our MP lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu and all the other MPs that we have in this country. All right.
Member so yene Abdul Razak Hussein or ye constituency secretary the Medina constituency. In the name of the NDC on an assign a potential municipal chief executive Medina because out of 22 people Medina mentioning NDC for potential ones 22 and then the best 3 almost submitted na almost a mark to omano no man penny back. There's so much data on measures here on my
communication date na Thursday but up to that, timetable because I'm expecting say other MDC and other regions. 3 shortly. So many remember Accra. So almost my they will give us timetable. So that's what we are now expecting. So timetable will be able to do.
Okay, Madam Razak, and say you wish you all the best. You just say bit to me abem. Jerry,
Madam Wasipi. Na memfa nkasa nyankopon hira muso
amen
ba mo studio ade me ba ya che
so about
6 months to the election and I call off Power FM Fonso frame me because I me call off Kingdom me Fonso frame all the FM podi am tata me say me ba bet nyinya no me da asida kese be ma munya because you are the partners that we're working together as a team. It was a teamwork. So make us nyankopon hira munya na onya munya kese na mumfie anonso leadership na wanonso munya chiache obia.
All right, yeah, that's a part. Need 100.9 yene Abdul Razak Hussein Medina constituency secretary and the end of the driver for no ha almost your normal ever be come on. Was it
off
I mean go
off there me driver diof nsuomu
on one I don't know.
On one of them nam.
Oh, mo abrante wa there.
Anytime my friend say no, baby will be oja no aba.
Oh, okay.
Nti nyankopon anya no kese. So otimi ede me call e buy there na asida kese na be the man.
That's right. Why? Also your friend say
Diof, but he didn't ankasa edi Rahim Yusuf.
Okay.
But he didn't nickname there. Obama Dina na person who is there. Diof no onu kwa no ye Diof
brand o mo adu Diof was there that
la fifi of na agbesi and sana Frederick dos means me both but what coordinators no any assembly members ni omo ka nya ya da obi biase yakopon hire omunya na onyo omunya kase lawyer sosu ka kuma to wiem JM Medina boy obe na ese fata ya di Medina obi apre but you were shame say once I papa oya Medina boy there on Medina on try enkosa at the end of the day obe ma some opportunities be aba Medina.
All right,
now or the smile at your party members ni.
Thank you, better so far. Okay, high and neat 100.9 do media friend Torchlight. They said they make a show no and fully packed. Yene Abdul Razak Hussein or your constituency secretary Medina constituency. And I'm wishing him all the best because your potential municipal chief executive as young as he is, you know, obetimi ayejuma within Medina. Inti Benjamin de say bi abekwe. Akwadanya me wa ha or driver name Concerned Drivers Association. Pa William and Crawford. David Agbuado. Akwadanya me wa kwa be say.
Ja me jo subo fi dikesi.
Ebe ekoye.
Enkoye sa.
Ene na ekoye.
Ani braba eja.
Ani braba say.
Yani abrepa o Mark. Regional chairman ni ye brepa.
Say where your friend Central Region.
Asante Region.
Asante Region, yeah. A Central Region many pay the sample.
Akwasia he.
Akwasia he, yeah. Kwasia in them maybe many chat tan mu kakra. Obefam kokrom tia. Okay, Asunaba na redu. Ono see National Deputy Secretary. Asunaba is saying
me no be any day.
Ozomo
Say adiachi adiasan ya techremada bodwema moje de mu afusane de na aboade na yebi. Na me say we no po yanka bi nhim ne hu say regional executive omo soja. Nti na sempe no fo adwobro ye ba mu na ye be na yetimi di 2 years.
David. David Agbuado.
Mark.
Mama kwa ba mo afishapa.
Afen kombeto.
Na we to mo driver for mama me di obro nya David.
Mark, bro nya.
Mo nya say no ama no.
Mark, bro nya ya.
Rafa mo sika bebe and I'm guess when I'm with them all.
Ye hu so.
Mo hu dia be.
Mark Jerry, no kre.
Mo dia be so.
Ye hu so.
Yes a trophy mo je 10 series cry. That's why media.
By Jerry.
Mo call for mo nyina mo betuma ba be di obro.
My Jerry ni bibi. Emi say bosume wo mo ye odobo so me.
Nja dey.
Fani say oba esiesie no ho.
Anti mu siesie mo aba. O na waka ne yie na David dey do be so ka ne dey. Be permanent free na me no wan tell. Okay, we have a go there. Okay, David ma be say mo say form go na dey.
Mark Jerry, no kre. Ye regional executive ne kan dey. No kre to do. But no kre wo mu ni say sisi ya ye nyina ye kase yi. Fango no e sha say free December no.
Yeah.
And I started say air
cost no.
Up to by this time. Akosoro ma. Yeah, the last time I yet to last time I yet to firm no.
Yeah.
No fuel was 14.30 or now 14.20 something. That was in April. Until yet to firm no. From that 14.
I would say April.
Yeah.
Last year April.
Last year April.
The last time I told firm as a
lorry firm.
Lorry firm.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
And I mean say okay, you better about more years more about betu na bata na maso.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's you know from that time no fuel akosora ene amene o ka say fuel bo akodru 16 point.
Oh, when you 15.
1620.
1620 any 1629.
This is
1620 any 1629 and say fuel akodru.
But how much me ba was from with them how much be am be check you.
Yeah.
Regardless say you the windows be.
Yeah.
First into me check here no and then me checking 1599. Is it 59? Yeah, 15.
So when you 1599 me ba fidie so say I na me pesa me pick point filling stations be me bo. What you say?
Baby cross here 14.
14
because of the regulator. About the year you so average.
Yeah. The bigger ones no. Total, Shell, and your friend say.
Go on, no.
Well, omo ye 16.29, 16.20.
Okay.
And then ye ne wo kasa sisi yi say wo hwe average 2 cities and abeto liter bi aso.
As compared to time I'm with the two from going.
Time I did two lorry fare.
Yeah, lorry lorry fare.
Yeah, two lorry fare no. 2 cities any peswa bi and abaso. That is well alone. Over how many percent? 20%. Say you can't fuel asema and no you one component. Component ni nyina 5. Me ne wo ka say in Kenya your regional executives yi and o mo anu abiri mu frɛ no ra ebe kan na ya nka insurance omusi ekoto.
Insurance no one match since
premium no.
Premium no. Yes, one to me aware. So maybe a board member or insurance broker company. Inti, I'm aware. Inti ebeto dwa no. Ni yenim de na ekwa ye moto no. Aha. It's na yenim de ekwa womo. Eto eno na free National Insurance Commission. Yeah. National Insurance Commission. Na un say insurance no. no dear woman is say yan kind of wouldn't to me fa a more a buying no baby. The tell to me fa more buying the baby say private a buying insurance here the SIC insurance company ya buying there SIC omo pe other insurance companies in your private. It's almost one more chrom, it's one more 2 more. Ultimately, but stakeholder consultations because so ain't but your 2 insurance man, they are buyers a move. Your private companies, a man insurance company back up. We should also establish that.
Okay, Samsung are buying no full company back up. You filling stations, baby. Be Bekasa, you go and I'm a boy. Your friends say FM stations able to be I bind the air back up. GBC, me boy. But Margarine detective pest, GBC.
But the woman is comparatively. But the other can say, yeah, a thousand more, but we say when it comes to the price control and as a price regulation now, from one of the I bind a bit to my can or can we be affected all companies. Ebi abana a regulated exchange rate be affect automatically. But once the insurance at the end of the day, no normal ko you but they do on my class say.
Yeah, on my class say. Yeah. Ni nyina ka ho say akure nyame mu ye dedi no e ka ho. Nti ye be sere omo. No kure na omo ka de. But me ne wo ka say minister call vetting. Ye nya nje ni ntu mu ye. Yeah. Nti ye ne hwan na e kwa kosi nkonwa.
And so I conventionally tripartite committee.
Yeah. Nti ye ni obi a ye ne omo kosi nkonwa sese. Eno na emma December ye kwa kotumu ye ntimi antum. Na February ye odobo so me. Nti ye be sere the authorities no so say omonya ne ntentem. Na ankofa oye na bia amba. The India American is no say echa Marjorie say 1 liter drive ni boka 1 liter 2 cedis. Say 100 liters say na waboka. Say okoto 1 barrel say na waboka. Sa niam ni nyina eno ye fu wepe o. Insurance na ya ye dede omo atwa san ti ye da omo ase say omo atwa san. But me ne o kai assembly omo apeja omo niam mu kakra. Me driving license akamika na mukura. Assembly driving license. They say baby do 30 cedis, baby 20 cedis, baby 25 cedis. Meanwhile, nano ya na 15 cedis ni baby no so akodu. Nti niam efa driving ho de ni nyina akosoro. Spare parts there ya me dru am pese me kasa bebre. Esa na ayese me bo minua kwabna je ni techi too much. Be ye no kre. Enso say okwa boso kan sisi ya. Me talk gearbox 2 days later. Me talk gearbox 6,500. 2 days later, me call ye for next car me kwakoto gearbox amano. Na ye 7,500. 2 days. 2 days. Inti niama sura kwa waboso kan no. Ye kase ye ka ho asema ye niama bebre. Inti all the components ye hwe so e de to ahyentu ade mu no. Ni nyina abo akosoro. But mesre ye regional executives ni nyina na maka a kire omo se omunya botre na emrepa wo nkunini di echi emaye
agona nyame na ede na ema momo ka mo mbo the statement beto abonten all the regional executives of the Concerned Drivers Association
yeah the tiane say me PRO ewa ha okasa PRO aka be chairman aka ye beka a che na nanu nse omaka enso nya de ya de be ye adwuma
Ade.
Buso mo se adwuma no mu ye bi. Adwuma no mu nya bi o. Ka no mu ntwi bi. Ye as a regional chairman no, itwi ka ne bi. Nti ya hu
Enfo ni ntwi bi mo national executive.
National executive no mu ntwi ka ase bi.
Wo mu ntwi pa wole ni agbado no mu ntwi ka.
O mu de na so mo de nam krom keke. Ye ne ye adwuma o. Wa be kan do megum su okumase ya. Ebi maji wa campaign, blo mo ble no nko no ba. Ene hwe toto ya o mkutai. Busa no. Ebi muto diesel 1,000. Okoye 6 3.5. Oba station ska akra obitua bi wa hende Ghana. Ndi ebi wa 14.5 eko 15 million. Iti ade so anti ma anya dwuma amoro saa. Chop man ko wonya bi. Wodi me ne wo kase kwa be. Opa mo pon a muntu be car na mo ko station na mo ko hade. Gaba for da kem se spare tire. Ede ntia because of petrol na ekɔ so no ɛne nneɛma ekɔ so agye nsɛmu a yɛbrɛ ɛwɔ driving adwuma ho no yɛbrɛ paa na deɛ yɛ me yakora ne sɛ abandada otwa mu kɔ yɛ na nado ɛne na aban ɛyɛ the same thing sɛ yɛmpanifo no yɛto abama am sɛ munkotua drabafo ano na sɛ nke sɛ aban no yɛ bibi na esisi drabafo a matimi ayɛ den aboa yɛn ɛnso busa sɛ ɔmo kɔɔyɛ no minimum so ɔmo ne aban no kɔ sɛ kɛtɛ da aso so ɔmo ne aban no yɛ den o so ɔmo suro aban no so ɔmo suro eden o yɛnim enti yɛkɔ na sɛ ɔmo bibi si na sɛ ɔmo kɔ na sɛ ɔmo nkɔ no ɔmo nkɔ yɛ a ɔmo ba no ɔmo abɛtoto apaapaa so December a yɛbɛto aba na aban dada wɔ twam na nado ɛne minister Asiama ɛne Baomia ɔmo tibi hwɛ nyame anim hwɛ drabafo anim a aka few days ya yɛbɛto aba ɔmo to petrol ɛto aso bɛ 2 times 3 times yɛ kase yɛbɛto lɔre fɛ mu yɛ de lɔre fɛ ne ba abɔnten 15% yɛkora de 20% ne ba yɛ mpanifo pa ya kyɔ sɛ yɛmfa 15% mla ɔmo ne minister kohyia yɛnim so ɔmo ne ɔmo kɔsɛ kɛtɛ da so ɛne GPR2 Porto Cooperative ɛne True Drovers ɛne concern for so ɔmo ne minister ne kɔsɛ kɛtɛ da so yɛnim enti saa ɛna ne saa nneɛma ne deɛ yɛka kyerɛ yɛn mpanifo ne sɛ ɛnya deɛ ɛbɛyɛ adwuma because aban no ɔne hwɛ petrol so yɛwɔ tax egu so because ɔmampani a waba foforo yi yɛka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔban na so wɔ station ɛm yɛka kyerɛ ne sɛ campaign a wɔyɛ na wɔka sɛ petrol no ɔmo bɛte so no ana yɛ hawo na yɛka kyerɛ no mo tie yɛ no wɔnim sɛ ɔbaa yɛ si wɔn to si ne mpanifo na akora na nka obetuma yɛ de ahodu ama yɛn ɛnso sila no yatum ama de si ano petrol no yɛhwɛ ma nka wo yɛba bɛto lɔre film anka yɛto petrol mu do 10% a ɛna gɛsɛ yɛto lɔre film ɛnso na me no ka sɛ petrol no from last year December to now petrol no kɔ 20%. Nti ka driver for nke yɛsɛ yɛntom kura den ka 25% kɛsɛ yɛde ba because yɛka sɛ yɛtwɛn sɛ aban wei nso a wabɛn wɔne yɛn mpanifo no ɛmla no mmɛyɛ sɛ adwuma no deɛ a yɛnyi yɛn mpanifo no ni saa from A to Z from GPR2 brought to a cooperative concern True Drovers omu na yɛnyi yɛn mpanifo no because omu nya adwuma no bi omu matɔ cars no ɛna omu de ama driver for no omu yɛ adwuma eti adwuma no yɛ enyo ne car betwi private oba no obelodu akɔ me as a regional chairman me can private too because me twere me number tell them nkɔfo twere me ye no number eduam so ma lodu no nti hwɛ sika ye hwie ma ekɔ petrol ani sika yinya ye national for no omo mwae wo mamu a so omo boan a na ka before aban bia banka echichafo ne doctor fo ne nurse fo no nkɔ ba omo ntimi ntwim form so na ka yen so nko omo ntimi ntwim fie so because eduru ba bia
say at the nationally woman na take a decision from go to no said the media di achire pa minimum no consultations wo ha wo moye eje say no some region no man pene na mokoto ma mo de enyina so be na de kwakokotum percentage be na mo working around
percentage na ye work say do 10% ye say etum no omo am ya we eduru ba bia meeting kwa no e dane ntokwa nke ye bo omo ye eturo bia ye say bo omo ansa na aban da otwa mu kwa me ye izo say ye national for omo no omo secretary da so a eti na ono ye ma omo atiase say yen twɛn sɛ aban we aba no ɔmo no ɔmo bɛ hyehyɛ aman yi because adwuma ɔmo nya bi
also dey okay baby mama power because aban da dey twɛn mu yi mo national foi but some of them mo dwuma die me no ma dey di mo national foi wɔmo ma aban onya ne diri di mu hey me ne kwame from Nigeria
Mark mama get some Mark
it is aban
no ɔmo timi ni aban ko yɛ meeting ɔmo timi ko ni aban ko yɛ meeting omutimi
asuraba no juma womadi abanda de ko ye
omutimi ni aban minister mko ye meeting na nsi no matu ahyeda on be ko no tam no be so mko ye minister tu kwan na ntumbu na ye yatum ni entu eduru ba bi kura na yen region for no ho region for no wo so na yen we say national for no na yen we region for na minister edi national security for the police for tata yen because ye prese yen tu lol finu eti lɔre fɛ no so ɔmo yɛmpɛ ni 40% ase yɛnya adwuma de a ɔmo de ɔmo mientum saban ne wie ne bibia na so ɔmo te so ba yɛn so yɛbɛte lɔre fɛ no so na deɛ baako a meka asi so ama yɛmpɛ ni fo na te sɛ ɔmo ma ban we mɛyɛ sɛ abanda da ne bio sɛ aban ne bɛto petrol mu a ontimi mfɛ driver fo mpanifo ɔsɔle yɛ no kasa yɛ ne meeting no ɔne transport fo no transport minister ɔmo ayɛ ɔmo de aba bɔnten na ɔmo bɛto lɔre fɛ mu saa ne yɛ ma ne atwam because esi an say bi ye bankrase ye so ye bebo bla enne kwa me no ka say so obi koto sprinter container ma wa 2.8 billion obedu twa wie ne nam 3 billion enipa ne to car no de ma o de ye nsi animu ekoye 6 billion and what the amount na tam ben na driver ni betimi ye adwuma ate saa ka we na enti embenifo no ye di omo ho yaw eyo yaw ni ye di bre pa na ye de ka sei
enti ese momo mpenentum ba de mbotum
ya batu ya lolo fe
da ben
ya ka chom say ye mom to Friday meka se papa nche o meka sa nche ya from next week eko enne ye ni ye welfare for your meeting
ya listen na meka chom say transport minister o mo nyeni ntum enti mo ntwe
and okay kwa omiantum omu wi na mo gini tum wi a ni abete so amo mo
sa
because a day kura no cars ye commercial cars ye guga na ha ye kase ye adwuma sika amane gi free ensem no enya senketwa
mame ko your friend say asuna ba
Majari
say eden na mo ye there for because G priority for crown so ka say no for
dedi kai ma mencha na mencha ye national chairman Ora Pauli na mencha true drivers omo PRO ya bema na me fasa kwenya we so nchia the national chairman
na ono ya bema oguso driver
o shankani
na say mate so oyeku ya nti sika ba
na say no kratra time say that no panya content so apake trata de so
jale ya za bra bodu zenye izo ye bebo ni nyina bi
me fancha kase ma eye me ankasa mo ofa ni mpon eye na ni makubresi ama o GPR2 national chairman ene me ya me papa eye Emmanuel Dr. Niankra na em say ye besre ye regional executive say ye besro say dubia peno ya nka pete na nkwase hene enu nti ye besro so omunya botoye mu no munya botoye nkomo na omudi ne nyase bia ebintu ya ebi atoye kakrafo ye ho na em say mi PRO kasa no kasa e man statistics the last time I told fangu bomu ayato ahyentuade bomu that was last year April mabra na GPR2 form come National Congress obeka ya e wo kaso a them say yetum na ye de Congress na de bae the free okoye no em say na bebre na asisi na the threshold em say ne apam ai na ban na won say anytime be ye betu petrol ma e bedu 10% threshold bia no ese enso yetu ahyentuade mu na em say enya no nkwan so ye criteria ye issue which is the 5 component kikabo ma editum em se ni nyina asipo afro esi etum ne mom no ye beka che ye regional executives no em se regional eastern regional chairman realist nkran na ora ya kwache e fena kwala nyame otie ona ya Ashanti regional chairman kwasi ahe central regional chairman Afonso Bedu western regional chairman ana Mr. William Otu ono ye western north chairman em say sankrofo yi nom kikom tiboma em say omotomane na ewie e besro me say Greater Accra secretary Mr. Asamoah ana Greater Accra chairman friend Niashi ye besro me so munya abotre e na no de see ya omodin krata bre a etimitu wana mo a omunya homfaso last year April ye ni GPR2 for kan tuma boma ye ni minister ora sia machia ye nkita ho dia etimidi the appropriate transport fares eba ya ye de beto so no sa na mo na etujari majari me no ka say the current transport minister ora honorable Joseph Bukari Nikpi sabe ya toto na no appointment committee me no ka say na nka say ya approve on parliament ba me ba no ye ba program intimi an check and say ya approve on dia after approving no say papa o man adwuma oye Ghana mampani ora Jomama eso otimi suwa no into office and sana you were the necessary business bia MC de beko nanim na me no ka say Majari enya say bia ye armchair national executives ye tu anamo ye we statistics ya come markets ye wo ye bibia ya draft ye bibia to honom ye twen say minister ebeba office na yakeka enema bom say nam di kan ye no em say concern for ye wie de mo gidie mapase 2 drivers for nso wi omo de mo gidie mapase GPR2 for nso wi omo de enu ti ye kobodwa na afei ya to apete na afei yakeka enema bom ebia enano na fa ngo boy 14 cities 30 pesos enano e 16 cities 20 pesos maybe 16 cities 30 pesos into we boy ma almost 2 cities na per liter bi e dia tum it is how 2 cities no what time 2 cities na times 4.5 which is 1 gallon 9 cities ni just so 1 gallon bia no ye the 9 cities na to so and it is a driver ni no e dey or the 10 gallons na adwuma automatically no 90 cities every no chop money mu my jaru tiem ye so driver ni ne pon na say bia kan 3 million na o man make 1 million no so for 2 million e dey akoye chop money ofie but no e say fa ngo bo akosoro a 9 cities ababeto 1 gallon bia so ntini say shankani ni the 10 gallons on average and a year juma and then 1 million and ababeda so 1 million automatically no sabe kan on ton koko mu on twabet nzo mu ana on ton balu ana ko se mu enu tikia ne ken de obagije fra passenger for no enu ana baba na chop money nti sa 1 million be free mu na ka 2 million majara o koma meti se no de san ko fie pacha wati ase enu nti edidi tia yen edidi o ebotom enu nti sa hye ni nyina national executive sabe yen train to so ya drafting the money ya kwa boso kan akwa kofa boso kan inflation ya na wo 23.5 wo inflation so ho afenso enema hodo a stationery and printers drivers and vehicle licensing authority DVLA almost service charges ni nyina ho insurance ya kan so matisui ni nyina aka ho enuti se yakeka ne ma we nyina boma ya draft proposal to ho no ma ya hwe enum se honorable Joseph Bukari Nikwi ye MP Saboba na ye ebabe transport minister amaye no sabe obetra officer ene no kire ye bia ye hwenu by Monday there officially na bia swear into office na from Monday kono business betimi akoso a sabe ye ne be akọ negotiate se na abanda da no ye ora asiama ni ene ni edi nkomo ene ni edi kasubum no sabe ye timenya appropriate transport fares sabi yanso de bebre yankrofo no ma de am na to machine twade so anu ti majari de ka ena ana dwin nyina so munya abotre mo mpre ho sanam di kan no penifo si de obi apɛ no yanka pete na nkwase hene sabi mo fa mra no enjo mo nsam enye de omope sabi ya sore ene penifo ne entrance oha na titi na mukom no ya fele because na so hwe krampo na ohwe national sika free form ba no em se e form kura e makura so at say yenim ahokyere wa grounds yenim ahokyere a yakoso e wa hyenka adwumanum ene no yenya abotre atoto ne ma to ho enye se bia sebe yakan no atuma na se atre to so na mum no ya yenhyehyɛ ato no ma ya adwene se hebe by a joda de ana Tuesday de na your sector minister no sebe penufo abona bom abetra no office me so ye de akwakohia no na Majari you see your sector hono no ana nya transport minister nkwada sector ministers kan because ya kan fa nwa asem be referee ministry of energy no omna fa nwa nsem shom sa ye ora abuginapo ye energy minister energy and then we see green transition sector ye hwanum se omso ommo omhomodene se negotiation bi omye be boy no se be yentimi nya ne moe bibia akwa fa nwa na em de se abanda da no start bibia na friend electronic cars na from so ka so omye ne so omam yenhu se na tie thank you hu ne se na tie ane tie ase yi a nka by this time ne ye na wa tu sa ne ma no ebewura system no ma ebe boa ama fa nwo ho nsensem a kakra bi na fa nwo bo akosoro kakra bi na ka bo akosoro sabi ebe ye moderate ama yenso ahyenkafo ama yenso eni aginti ye ka no ye ka ade ama ye ora ginapo me so say by this time wotie ontie kura na em say obi beti akoka kire no say ministry na wakwakwada no omma no ho enye ha na nema obeye ebebo ahyenkafo efa peto hu nsensem ne fa nwo nsensem no onfa ne nansi from as a sector minister no ntimi tutu nema yie ema adrafo yenso yemfo entuma pa infra na ahokire no ya doso akora nya meka bi no kan bi say obeko station adrafo bi bre dakamu Majari nya say bia
no mo dakamu ye den
ne data ma so nya square betua obeye den obedakamu dakamu say spetai obu onu ma so a ontu ye de but ahomache 1 no sorry every fie because I born 4:30 pe obesore oni ni fie ra be hie ba kwe into oba fie ahoma 12 by 1 to 2 na say otu car ya de eba station obeda but what ya say nti that is the kind of challenges ahokyere ne kwada na sebe adrofo ekomu omamu hanoma and say aban be risk nti once again make a regional executive ni say omunya botoyam em so chena ye no mu be hia na bibio obi an etima address rom na esanse mu kasa fidie kwa akire me so say bade so dodo na ATM na nwumri say omunya botre ense gunsayam ye ntran ye to so ye ni pani bi ankotran ba bi enkoje tro na kapra na sempoa bi na mom ne hyehye ase ye say na be benya bibia ebe ye kama ebe boa timamufo a ebe san boa omo so ahyenkafo ne ebe na ye de aboa ama sebe de ahoto abre magjerry.
Okay. Hi, need 100.90 David.
Mark.
Eti akwadanya me se omo pini.
Mark o member mo anka be kan bo. Mark amen kanche ye secretary ne ye mpanifo ne say woni oba na woni akwara nam na se akwara nso obi di tofe. Na de ni twam oh ye nko kira metoma. Ade ya chigu bedu no wasan appoint. Na de ni twam 3 days time ogu ani ma se woni pam. Ana me gwa.
Basa de omo ke to asomo. Okay, say
yes hu bi denti. Ana sabi
Abasa there are several instances.
Koto de mbodje nyanya nkyere de on fan ko.
Agodanya me de woman dey say wo sha on pen for engagement omo ye no ana omo ye. We a reasonable transport minister ma ye dem say tripartite committee e wo ho. Convention me ya na me no of late looking at the dynamics e play no. Say tripartite committee me say useless because more na mukura who say insurance in America insurance companies who move to man where then I work but who needs to control to me can't job say price and no and you now operate because some here private companies and no operating insurance eti akwa from kuta o maka no beto ne frame a wo na ba be ka tell say brabi hu me answer be say dey there bia me ka say no ma no me so because a time na aban no subsidizing fuel.
That's it.
A buy subsidizing fuel and unti always say because fuel is what so send there. Put me for pay entum. But there's a subsidy in you. It is a tripartite committee, you know. A convention be a car when I more respected that convention. But in any case, I said the Oma Council again.
Agree, Ajuma. Once I know what can say, if we dine, yes, I'm dying now, young and down Omuchia. Kan be bia wote ne wachiri enti okaso wo tu kan de akwaba kakra na wodi every no o san de to diesel esa na petrol de gu kan mu e kan na se wo ne nsapan wo anya bi enti na de ntina company for ne ntiase na nke yantum nti omu yom bibia wia na so omu te so na nke yansu ya te so
Magjerry
na nke yansu yes ya te so
akrenya me say
because edom gu yeso no hwema oda me ba boss mba hwe na 2 weeks kolongo do ba ni twa hwe ana mula shi de ne ko hospital
e de na me twa hwe
yenim at the ground say yale de timi chi department na say department kasa o makasa no ripai obi ada kam tontom yo unshala enya na da ya na pressure adwendwen o te still ni ma adwendwen no ko ba utukai e betima fro ba yale say enipa ne twa hwe ya o de ne ko hospital o mu nya sika o mu do ba fo ye ntoboa e na o mu frem na me send 1000 e ma wo mo ansana nyame adom ne ho to no mu yi ni ba fie na sabi nka adwuma ne ye ana aban no a o mbeba no mu boa yen politicians ne boa yen a ke adwuma we first na nka nya adwuma fun enso na politicians ne do mu awura da me adwuma ne ama adwuma sabi ayese kubolo adwuma ene nko no ba entin ka de ka kra be boa yen no
okay
ene ke ese mpani forika
yo akrenya me
David kazana me kwatu
wa kanisa na de wo mu nyina ne se wo yere kodware na omba ya na wa na wo sisi ne ye kenyina wonti ase no ye mpese de eto eba last year no ye ko repeat the same thing na ye koka say ye sa koka suspension ho asem ene yi asem ba nipa ne ka ye nka say ye ne wo ene ehwe ye hwe bom nti asem ne ba ye be favor ne yaka akrenya me other executives no omafre ye ne omu gusu kasa say omunya botre ye nim say Ashanti region Greater Accra mo na mo wo edom no ana mo na mo de pressure ne bade be yen so yen te yete so yen te yete so
montsena moto so yeah
ye juma na e wo say eye no ye say juma ni nyina ene minister mba office ye be obi say obeka kire wo ko osododo a akone so ene ne ye so ye pese Oh yeah.
But mo David, mo reason I say medicine nyama office on.
Oh, and yeah, reason.
My Jeremy, but only BB. Now can tripartite we now say.
Tripartite committee.
Only BB. The only problem on is transport operators no. Your dorsal. Now my Jerry, when say we will be a permanent, will be an opera. Imagine the kind of transport sector. Oh yeah. Obi 10%, obi 20, obi say. And until gradually no. Ye creative we have friend transport operators. Na enimsa gradually no ebedru beepi no ye benya eye ahoden na yanga se betimasi enkonwa ene ekoto ye lorry firm a ye operators ni ye hia ya take a decision for now sabi ye fifiri so no entimi empre ho enkase ye koese enuti na ye hia the council of a sector minister sabi obetima train na magere ene na ye dwuma dru beebi na ene no ye criteria obibia na mo esi etu ye lawyer for ye obibia se it take a decision. I mean, just say you better minister. Say if your minister Mran say to a lorry firm, and the minister know Yugoslavia. Not say be okodi bosomi miensa. Say a train bosomi miensa say to a lorry. Never. Ne mo no say na be ya. Enko for inchiwa show ne tokwa any confusion ma system ni mo ntino. Enu tina empem be bra na ye call. But going forward, the minimum say bedru. Minimum say kian ke bedru. Okay. Ye dru a eno de young operators and young say be take a decision without consulting any sector minister. Yes.
Okay, mami ko amano so need 100.9 so they drive for no so and a woman can almost seminar. In fact, National Executive Concerned Drivers Association, one say one regional executives, nobody statement by. One so mobile betuto a year as into a no more chromes on munya but it seems one so intimate to Musa. Elianson would say a year the constituency secretary Razak Abdul Hussein. Madina, Constituency Secretary of the NDC, potential MC or Madina on so you need to come extensively. My name is Joe. It's a million now. Numbers no 030 225 7902 030 225 7902 and 030 224 3540 030 224 3540. Mache, Mario. Yeah, tell you
Mamenja Afronomatis, Mamenja Gatenkodia, any memento Jombodu. Inki, I am a yapase, Yabalma Wailao system. Nankayata, Magal is now or Timo Hondo, Naya Yatina Numaka. Obwa, a Quaben or Quay, Obwa 1 PM bra. Na media, the American champion, Omuma a party now more packer plan too. Because young yen I share. Now, Omuna a campaign say, about that and not removing. One head and then to Yama. This year, I campaign the Obeti Yamasunuaba. And yeah, Patricia or Mobama price in a cultural price no cry about Fomukra Kamu. And more packer plan too. Yanyan transport minister. And your woman and blood now one better in the muscle. No more two among this my now I am the poor as a canon or man no father to my papa.
Okay, better say Mammy fa next one. Maybe I'll show me Majo. Majo. All right, 21 years you have a friend. Majo. Okay, maybe I'll show me Majo.
Good evening.
Memajo etio.
Good evening, my dear.
Yes, I am called.
We have a call there.
I'm not doing.
I drive a phone room before yes, I'm Omacho. Omuhe Yamboka crab because senior American, number one, Omu Sandy, Aketua, the Cabeka, say no one, yen to me, yeah, brother than to Muya Mobona, Omuntina minister and the council. Why?
Okay, also made us a pa, Mammy fa, don't so. Memajo.
I got him, Michelle. Doesn't Michelle?
Yes, I do.
I genuinely because I've lost Goveria. You and your name is Sako, Mr. I'm in charge of the General Secretary. And Hajia, Safia, Mohammed. You I do hope you're 2025. Okay. Sana, Wamushi, Patruno. Yani ya tutumuna ama akwafa lord fe aba ana sese Endru baby anom so. Wo ma tasia, wo mo tutututu mi. Abema mra meka bibi mfa ho ne ere. Na ban na aba no. Wo mra meka bibi mfa ho ne ere. So om say na na do na etoto petrum. And wo mra do no meka nkire, hwe no ahade. Wo mra meka secret wo mu nyina nkire. Bye bye.
Better say me for next one. About your major.
Magari awofedia.
Yes, I too.
Mark nyame oboso na attention papa. Yi nyina me problem me yata. Ana de nyangopo aboa me. Me pa cho me che me mpanifo mo sidi ho nyina. Obata pa ha office na okọ youth or woman organizer. Na me nshan papa na me Dr. Sawaja Pong. Lumla yo panipa nyame nshan. Na me da me mpanifo a won sidi ho ase papa. Tede se kan ye no. Sa na ese bo ha ati papa. Na me pa cho Magari, me papa bi a oka no otaba UTV pa oka sa ne sabe tapa ne ko wo yintin. Ye feno ya obema, me pa cho
Bachonia.
Yo, ane oni ha o maka sapa de papa ita so radio so a. Ana da bo ko yam pene, ana ku fo de so man no, ai ko patro bo edin. Sabe, ku patro bo kwa na e ko so papa ya de ma. O ye den, ana wa ko nu atumu. Ana wa ba ya ba na. Me say, petrol you too went to the almost another volume. Papa, yes, you're born in nothing. You too 10 to the own two. But the mama at the share bought and look at you about man, what the petrol bought, but people and a pa their cosro and the almost two. I can't that be
Madam say, now one more too much in any two more. And now one more too many while Yanama foot road to Yanni with you. Okay, Majo. Yes, I do. As an uncle.
In a mic, we can show P. We can show the correctness of misconception. And for move free in our President Mama air to petrol. Special say automatic adjust system.
But just saying you're not correct. I do with some macan, be program is a macan. And some macadada into Obi populism. And the idea me Maccabi as a host in Macau was some dada.
One thing I say, President Mama, but only budget. On your budget,
but budget crowd and you're near to petrol, and the crown put the also kind of say, wrong, and your budget's near to petrol, and you're contributing no time.
The budget so better see full taxes on fuel, this were reading the budget. They say, what mean your share? Anything, and I also to near them, and a person will because NIA. Price is costly. Or buy on two price DM a calculation at the order. Or buy budget or better and one or the year. And if you are or more train, the finance minister will redeem the budget we are. And Sunday flew hawk on it was to board the higher the current president.
Okay, much better I say. That's it. Me fadu do Majo. Last one.
Major na boom today.
Adam.
You Major ule fish Madina. When the secretary Akasa in Razak. Razak Akasa papa. Razak. Tiene peje Majori Abro. Ye pe MC ya. Oba hu party phone oba bre. Pe MC ya. Ye kun officer on be sense na wo your mind. Na wo so fi. Ko Razak ye yim fitisi. O so yim fitisi. Until Razak na ye pe. Until ye pese ye ka champion phone say Razak na pe. Majori empty man be ka ton so adwumbone ebe okurani filma otongom wo go mpai so won to petrol mama ho no empty person ka chamo so ma no won nchi na nde no won nchi na china okoro a odiga na be fasi ebe yi no odiga na be fasi ye ba drivers no it's just a cook ka yeah insurance company what no is a beast no don't you come for some be insurance company tell be ya mama be insurance na mo nja private way na mo debe wo to do to mama kasa no because it is to you promotion what to insurance company it's mo ko no ye bi no nche mo come for some be insurance company tell be ya drivers na kasa be ya mo insurance be be for mama because we you cook say
okay better say mama for last one Eba Chomajo.
Majeri.
That's right, too.
Namiasun Dinka,
Council.
Majeri, my by Papa Biotio, former MP, Wagona West, Samuel Bodai, maybe it will be a Michian, Samuel Bodai. Now, Majeri, we are saving one Wakakrao. Just say, ubisa drivers no mutana se ubisa ba ko so ekoyi pa wan se ewia se transi wan wenu wan omu saa time no mu ye ni nyina no na nye Ghana fo nti no mu kasa wo omu ye politicians aya said as na of Mageri obakoma we ya be man we
na na mu nyina mu bisa ya be man say I don't get it ade
ya be man no odi ono no akọfa mu no mu ye saa djuma so ya be man ye madam fo ye no mu na nam ye nim do mu ye wo anti no wo say omu ba ye ya to petrol more than 3 times o omu nkasa enne oma betra ho no mukika na say na wow enti Ghana ne wutra fin ese wu kasa hu say ye woni pabia mi efu amika so pia ni se mi MPP ni mayi mi ase atras yembisa hwe Professor Jampo enne hwe do wow hwe ma bi ba ku ye okasa ma CPP wow ti wenu nu
okay ebo me da say mame bounce I did 100.5 video BBS okay now David well last words na yanko the time as
Mark Jerry, I say. Nano, na ye ka MPP die, enne ye ka NDC die. Sana ewi ase chechere etie. Mesere mi nuanu adra afo nyina. Se achia nanso embu ye. Mesere obi a omunya komanto yem. Ntumo no se eba, se ye de beba at the right time. Be me regional executives ni nyina mesere omo. Mamo nkoya ade ma omonko kan de nti a enne me kasa ye brew ne se sanction bi wo ho ne ye de kwoto omo so a me de midin no ene party e wo so ene ekọ nti ye be kasa ono oye NDC ni ene nti na ne executives wo no kasa no o atwe omo asensen nti mesere omo eye measures a ye fa so ne ye duru bebi a ye duru mesere omo
okay
mesere drivers for omo
okay agora nyame mama we cousin we your friend say
my Jerry am say
asunaba
ma observer there ba kon omo emu ana e ha me ye pa my Jerry say ne omo enu mai fini ball and dross no the best read appropriate quarters na say be omo say ball is na say omo mo de na omo nya because enema we nyina create yare o enema ti say na ye nipa ba kon e ka say yemfa ball adwuma ne ma drafo na yenye say adwuma no na the woman is my Jerry na mo ebetu ni
na mo na ka motima yo
ball adwuma my Jerry yeah ball na ye beto se ye ba no ye ball asufia ye ba ye se ye beto ball no na my Jerry officers ye ka se ye ba na ye beto ball na obi be e de ball ba ko to atwena bonti abra o omo ankrofo be wi ankrofo ball akra ko mu fie so atan se na
na mo de akra ko ma wo ma ewe no
sabe be to na de akọ na afi no contract ahodo ye de ma da companies abandi ni sika komunya na so etwa omo for scan ma concern for ni enkuko afefe mi entoto ballers ni for nguka mu ni for nko na mpesa to ni for nko ade be bo ma Jerry na make contract to the best regional executives ni say abotoye mo munya abotre mi say ya ne akwara nyame akasa am say oko off air no ama atin say akoma abafom nti omo hwe anim na hwebi eda Jordan na Tuesday no ebi ho anamo ebetu mpenifo si kakuma agi no kwakuo num ti ono betu no num tu na
akwara nyame
ya eja ye ka che mpenifo o maka atemene me nkofo ne ba kasa
ono be kasa na matwetwe so kaka
ye betwe ankopem mfa ne se ye ma o man to on the 10th na 15th se ne mom de ya ntehwede a ebedu oni nim se saatam de na ministers ne mpenifo no mayi o mayi tie no de ye ba no ben no kef
Naja mo take it's so okay better accept and then anyway around for Kabom Co Concerned Drivers Association or Deputy General Secretary ba Haya Sonaba and yeah David Agbado Ekasa the Concerned Drivers Association and Asonaba no akwada nya me Ashanti Regional Chairman Concerned Drivers Association or see abotoye maba you see one between train na mpenye abansa ya de dwumadi na si Abemuso Information Center ya affiliate mo katamanso ya damase within the Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN Okokroko Francis ene IK champion de bomi chidom Dr. Faradex na or executive producer and I'm general manager Kennedy Asante OSEI boni chidom kwasi aboaje the darling boy me supervisor and no one of the boy me edi dwumadi ya de bro neat 100.9 enya me pa ochina Ghana muntie ebishi a DJ foreigner they take you over Yamiko Bibia.